Callum is unarmed. I repeat, he is unarmed. He will walk out slowly in front of me with his hands in the air. I will be directly behind. I repeat, he is unarmed. So let's just take things easy. Okay, I'm coming out now. Hold your fire!
You are completely insane, you know that?
You are so limp, Ben. Yada yada.
What if you drown?
I've done a diving course last year in Guadeloupe. I got the ledge, man. And O2 is looking good.
I'm not jumping in after you. I'm not doing this.
You'll do as I tell you, biatch!
Don't talk to me like that!
YOLO!
Leo!
Oh my God, John!
Boss! I'm making a coffee.
You're covered in
Do
blood.
you need a doctor?
Black, 3 sugars. And I'll have one of them hot dogs.
Sit down.
Get off. It's not mine.
What?
It's pig's blood. Some idiot threw a condom at me when we were coming out of the inquest.
What happened?
Lawful killing. Majority 8-2.
Mickey Winters was absolutely convinced that Callum Gartside was attacking you. Armed or not, he'd already killed his parents, his sister.
Yeah, well, it's sorted.
Set Mickey's firearms and gets to stay anonymous. Everyone knows your name, and half the internet thinks you were part of some state conspiracy to execute Gartside, because apparently he's a working-class hero telling the truth about immigration.
It was nothing to do with immigration.
Maybe someone's got a clean shirt in their locker.
I don't think he wants to talk about it.
I knew there was a reason you were a detective.
I'll make that coffee.
Ben! Ben!
You all right?
There's a bloody skeleton down there.
Mike, tell me.
The dive team have got the pictures. Forensics are bagging the remains before we winch the tractor out.
Do they have to?
It's going to fall apart the minute we move it.
Excuse me?
This is Leo Chambers. He's the kid who was diving in the pit. Ben here phoned it in.
That's me.
Is this going to go public? Because if my dad finds out I went off with his scuba gear, he's going to have a double aneurysm.
We'll need a statement. You're best off being straight with him.
I told him it was a stupid idea.
Is it like a murder or something?
Tell me what you saw.
I jumped in, banged my leg. You can't see much down there, but I could tell it was a tractor. Opened the cab door. Next minute, wallop. There's a skull in my face with bits of... I nearly knocked my mask off, cracked my regulator.
Good news about the inquest, John. We were cracking open the formaldehyde in your honour.
Tell me about the body. What there is of it.
80% skeletonized. The tissue that's left is in an advanced state of putrefaction. Male, 40 to 50, Caucasian, heavy set, muscular, probably a life of hard physical work.
How long was he in the water?
It's fresh water but stagnant, which accelerates decomposition. But then you get adipocere. That's a waxy layer which slows down putrefaction.
I know what adipocere is.
The degree to which it forms is affected by conditions. Temperature for one. The pits are cold, but under the cliff where the tractor was located is south-facing. And there was a lot of sun at the beginning of last summer.
Just give me a window.
Well, I'd need to run a site test.
Ballpark, for God's sake.
Anything from 2 months to 2 years.
Cause of death?
No signs of skeletal trauma.
What about drowning?
If he was alive when he hit the water, you'd expect him to try and get out of the cab. The doors weren't locked. He could have been unconscious, but there's not enough usable tissue to ascertain anything for sure.
Suicide?
It's a possibility, but you'd have a missing farmer and a missing tractor.
DI Tanner's checking missings from home as we speak.
As far as we can tell, all he was wearing was a pair of Y-fronts and an Airtex vest from British home stores. I'd be extremely surprised if it was suicide.
DNA's drawn a blank. What about dental records?
He's missing 3 molars and 2 incisors, but they've healed over years ago, and there's signs of advanced decay. I'd be amazed if he'd had any dental care in the last 10 years, if ever.
So basically we know diddly squat.
What about the gravel pits?
They're owned by a Dutch conglomerate, which I can't actually pronounce. No one lives there, security is non-existent. I'd be amazed if they have any connection to our dead driver.
What have we got on the tractor?
There's no plates and the chassis number's unreadable. I found this chap in Whitefield who's deeply fascinating on the subject of vintage tractors.
Oh, she is a beauty.
Is she? It?
This is your actual David Brown 1200 Selectomatic, 1968.
How can you be so specific?
67 horsepower.
Right.
In 1969, they upped the horsepower to 72, but, and this is the clever bit, the fully enclosed driver's cab didn't come in till the year before, so it has to be 1968.
That is clever.
They didn't kill him for money.
What do you mean?
You know what these things are worth? Collectors go nuts for him.
The top speed of that tractor's about 15 miles per hour.
No one's going to drive more than an hour. 2 maximum. Not with a dead body in the cab.
Let's look at farms in a 25-mile radius, heading up into the peaks. It's not exactly a tourist destination.
You're such a townie.
Just looks a little, I don't know.
Shut.
Here be monsters.
What monsters?
You tell me.
No one knows about a 1968 David Brown thingy, if that's what you're asking.
Selectomatic.
How far have you got?
8 farms.
Slow work.
OK, let's knock it on the head. We'll get around and...
We're still on duty, boss.
Then I'll get you some fizzy pop and a bag of crisps. You can sit in the car if you like.
Seriously, what monsters?
You're that detective.
If you're going to ask me about Callum Gartside, I've got nothing to say.
Who?
Sorry.
We're making inquiries, that's right.
Something about a 1968 David Brown.
Do you know something about it?
This is a small place. I don't want it getting round that I'm telling tales on my customers.
But?
Broadpipe Farm.
Why there?
About 5 or 6 years ago, Greg Poulter, he was a retired lathe worker from Sheffield. Died now. Bit too heavy on the booze, even though I say it myself. He used to do up tractors and flog them to collectors, make a flaming fortune, and then waz it down the toilet. Anyway, Greg's been up Broadpike and offered Derek Townsend 600 quid for this heap of junk in one of his barns. Townsend goes mental and tells him to F off. I remember it, because Greg were in here threatening to go and nick it anyway.
Did he?
Nah. But he went on about it for about a year. Every time he had a few. Then he got liver failure and died.
Tell me about Derek Townsend.
He were all right until his dad passed away.
And then?
How can I put it? He's not very sociable.
Was this one on the list?
Tomorrow.
Are they all like this?
No. This one's,
In need of modernisation.
He'll be in one of the outbuildings.
A field.
Boss, over there.
Excuse me.
Yeah?
Do you live here?
Yeah. No. Sort of. I work here and live here. Both.
Detective Chief Inspector John Stone. This is DS Sue Kelly.
DI Mike Tanner.
We're looking for Derek Townsend.
Right.
And you are?
Try it.
Is that a first name or a surname?
It's what people call me.
Do you know where Mr. Townsend is?
Somewhere. Around?
Who else works here?
Anthony.
Just the three of you?
Yeah. And Mrs. Townsend.
It's all right, Trout.
Mrs. Townsend?
Trout's is not very good with people.
Detective Chief Inspector...
I heard you.
Can we come in?
I suppose so.
We understand your husband might be the owner of a 1968 David Brown tractor.
Selectomatic.
Thank you, D.I. Tanner.
A tractor?
We believe someone tried to buy it a few years ago.
I wouldn't know.
If you still have it, we'd like to have a look.
Derek deals with all that stuff.
Can we speak to him?
He's away.
Can you tell us where he is?
He's gone to see a friend.
Do you have his mobile? We'd like to talk to him.
He don't have a mobile.
This friend, do you have a name, a number, address?
Scotland.
Was that all?
He didn't tell me.
If he's in a hotel, a B&B...
He sleeps in the Land Rover.
How long's he been away?
A couple of days.
Do you know when he'll be back?
No.
This is my card. If he rings from a phone box or something, I'd like him to call me.
All right. Is that it?
Can we have a look around? Outside?
Why?
We're interested in anyone who may own one of these tractors. Or perhaps had one stolen in the last couple of years.
Stolen?
Have you had any machinery stolen?
No. Well, I suppose we might have done.
Excuse me. I need to deal with this.
You've seen Deliverance?
Seriously, if she's murdered her husband, you'd think she'd come up with a better story. Boss? You all right?
That was McCaffrey.
Yeah?
You've got all that social media bollocks on your phone.
Which bollocks in particular?
Someone calling themselves Gartside Hero.
Oh, yeah, him.
What, you know about this?
We've seen the stuff they've been posting.
But we know you don't follow it, so...
Show it to me. Mike!
Wait. This is new. If I'd seen this, I'd definitely have told you.
McCaffrey's putting cyber onto it.
Hashtag Gartside execution. It's time for Pig John Stone to face the bullet. We know where the pig lives. Squeal for your life, piggy, hashtag blah blah blah. It's your address, isn't it, boss?
You need to get home. John?
I'm not living there anymore. Me and Kat, we're on a bit of a break trial thing. Maybe permanent.
I'm sorry.
What else did Mrs. Townsend say?
John, we need to get you home. Even if you and Kat aren't... You'll still need to talk about this.
Wait there.
What's he doing?
Going into denial?
Hey, Trout.
What?
I could do with a full name, mate.
Philip.
Philip Trout.
Everyone calls me Trout.
How long have you worked here?
A while?
Weeks? Months? Years?
I can't remember exactly.
So where is it you live?
Caravan. Over there.
With Anthony?
Do I have to talk to you?
Is there a reason not to?
I've got to feed the pigs.
What did you say?
The pigs. I have to feed them.
Yeah, right. You don't sound like you're from round here.
I've been all over.
Where would I find Anthony?
He's around. Somewhere.
Yeah, that's what you said about Mr. Townsend. Mrs. Townsend said he was away.
That's right. He goes away sometimes.
And when was the last time you saw him?
Are you going to arrest me?
Why would I arrest you?
Mrs. Townsend said I don't have to talk to you. Not unless you arrest me.
Boss, guess what? Derek Townsend really doesn't have a mobile.
As far as you know, you can't prove a negative.
He's famous for it. No mobile, no computer. Apparently there's various bits of farm and admin you have to do, online, tax and stuff. Elaine Townsend goes to the library, uses the computers there.
I spoke to a Gary Miller. He's a feed supplier. He says they don't even have a telly these days because Derek refused to upgrade to digital when they turned the analogue signal off.
And the Land Rover story stands up.
Seriously?
Apparently he went on a stag weekend about 15 years ago, refused to pay for a B&B, slept in his car.
Get a reg for the Land Rover. I want to find it. And find him.
Boss.
And see what other vehicles he's got registered.
D.S. Kelly? Yes, he's here. Who is this? Boss. It's for you.
Who is it?
Derek Townsend.
Mr. Townsend.
Yep.
DCI John Stone.
DS Sue Kelly.
Have a seat.
Elaine says you want to know something about a tractor.
A 1968 David Brown 1200 Select-O-Matic.
Mr. Townsend?
Don't know if it was 68.
So you did have one?
It was my dad's.
And it was this exact same make?
Well, it said David Brown Select-O-Matic 1200 in big letters on side.
Do you want some tea?
We're fine, thank you.
What happened to it?
Sold it about 3 years since.
We were told you refused to sell it.
Yeah, so Greg Poulter could make a chuffing fortune at my expense.
Who did you sell it to, Mr. Townsend?
Travellers.
Is there a record of the sale?
Record?
Paperwork. When a vehicle is disposed of.
Junk, they give me cash. Problem solved.
How much did they pay you?
Can't remember. Is that everything?
Tell me about Trout and Anthony.
What's that got to do with tractor?
We're investigating a suspicious death, Mr. Townsend.
Oh, right.
You may have heard that a body was recovered from the flooded gravel pits at Lankhead.
Right.
We're trying to trace people's movements. If anyone's been behaving suspiciously, or if anyone has gone missing.
Who is it? Who's been, who's the dead fella?
I didn't say the body was male.
But you were asking who worked here. Apart from me, it's only ever the men.
Aye, I just assumed you.
Of course.
Trout's, he's a good lad. He wouldn't hurt a fly.
What about Anthony?
He's gone.
Gone where?
He's packed up and left last night.
Did he say where he was going?
No.
Didn't you ask?
No.
Can he give us his full name? We'd like to speak to him.
No.
You must know his name.
He never told me, I never asked.
If you were paying him, you'll have his NI number.
It were an informal agreement.
Do you have a record of the casual labour you've employed on the farm over the last 3 years?
No.
Trout said he was living in one of the caravans. Is it okay if we take a look?
If you like.
Oh. He lived here for 8 years.
Oh. I've met estate agents who'd call that hole a sunroof.
Rain bucket's nearly full. Which is stronger, the smell of rot or the smell of disinfectant?
She said she'd cleaned it.
Given her house looks like something up the telly about environmental health, I guess it's not one of her talents. Oh, my God, what's that?
Something from one of those black and white sci-fi films. It's probably producing a new type of penicillin.
No mattress. Apart from the blatant attempt to destroy any evidence about Anthony, I'm oddly relieved.
It's been completely stripped.
Like he was never here.
We don't know for sure that he was.
We need forensics on it.
On what grounds? Is Anthony a suspect? A victim? We don't have a reliable name. We have no idea what, if anything, is going on here. We could be cocking our leg up completely the wrong lamppost.
But you don't think that, do you?
No. This is the place. I'm sure of it.
The tractor store is entirely plausible, and I don't believe a word of it.
Keep digging.
Very agricultural.
Find Anthony. There's got to be people who knew him. And who else worked here? Farm work's seasonal. There must be people who can give us an insight.
And what about him?
Who?
The other caravan. Look.
Trout?
Go away.
Boss, if we're going to talk to him, then it needs to be under caution with an appropriate adult. For our sake, as much as his.
Come on, mate. You're not in any trouble. I just want to ask you about Anthony.
We don't have any evidential link. He's clearly a vulnerable young man.
Anthony's gone.
When was that?
Packed up and left. Last night.
Did he tell you where he was going?
No.
Do you know his other name, his surname?
No.
Were you and Anthony friends?
Yeah.
How long have you known him?
He was here when I came.
And you never asked him what his name was?
I didn't ask, and he didn't tell me.
Do you like working here, Trout?
Yeah, of course.
Well, maybe if we came inside, you could talk to us in private. I'm not going to tell Mr. Townsend anything you don't want me to.
It's fine. I love it here. It's my home. I don't want to leave.
I rang round the local vets. The Townsends have been using this old guy for donkey's years, Alan McElhatton. He's semi-retired now. I went to see him, and he gave me that small community, I'm not grassing up my clients thing. Anyway, he said he's hardly done anything up at Broadpike for ages. They used to have a few cows, 15 or so, but about 18 months ago, they got rid, sold them off. Dirt cheap. And McElhatton was nagged because there's more working cows for a vet, because they're strictly regulated. They have to have passports and all sorts.
Does that mean they can't smile or wear a hat when they have their picture taken?
It's very funny, boss.
The point is, they shrank their operation and it all happened around the same time.
Hang on, I haven't finished.
These are Townsend's bank records. Basically, they work in cash, but there are a few things that have to go through the bank. Look at this.
It's a string of numbers.
EU subsidy. December 2013.
Wow. That'd cheer your Christmas up.
It's all completely legal and by the book.
So, what am I seeing?
December 2014. Nothing. The application had to be in by May, but he never submitted anything.
So how are they making their money?
Sheep, chickens, pigs. Elaine sells the veg at market. But in reality, it's not much more than subsistence farming.
What I was going to say when I was so rudely interrupted is that I'm on my way back to the car and McElhatton's wife comes running after me.
You're a babe magnet, Mike.
She says she drove her husband up to Broadpike one time a couple of years back. And while she was waiting in the Range Rover, she saw Townsend smacking Trout in the kidneys with the handle of a spade.
We can't find any missings from home with the name Philip Trout or anyone unaccounted for with that name who matches our Trout's description.
I've also had 3 people tell me they've seen Elaine Townsend with facial bruising or bruises on her arms. Injuries consistent with domestic abuse.
What else have we got on Anthony?
Everyone's agreed he's probably in his 40s, so he's old enough to be our dead tractor man. Medium height, dark brown hair, going a bit grey.
Asking around, it seems like he turned up about 8 or 9 years ago.
He looked like shite, like he'd been sleeping rough. But you could smell him across the bar. I remember him because he was chain smoking. It was just before the smoking ban. Teeth and fingers all yellow and knackered. I just had the seats recovered and he burnt 3 holes in them. Next thing I heard, he was working for Townsend. I ain't seen him since.
Yeah, I seen him up on field by Millbeck. Not right chatty. Said he was from Ullo Grimsby or something.
Someone told me he was from Barrow in Furness, or was it Cockermouth? Somewhere beginning with a C or a B. I've not spoken to him myself, although we all heard the rumours.
What were the rumours?
Everything from dodgy sex stuff to Trout and Anthony being held prisoner to really weird incest stories where Anthony was Derek's bastard brother or Trout is Derek's kid by another woman. Just nothing consistent, nothing with any evidence. I've had DC Michaels on it. He can't find any trace of Derek or his dad, father and any spare kids.
Do we have the last sighting for Anthony?
Not a reliable one. Then again, no one's seen much of any of them. Townsend and the lads stay up at the farm.
When old man Townsend died 10 years back, Derek sort of turned in on himself, and by all accounts he was pretty odd to start with. No one thinks anything of it. It's been the same story for a good few years now.
Apart from Mrs T, she sells a veg, goes to the library, does the shopping, but apart from that,
They're keeping themselves to themselves.
It's not a crime.
Said the next door neighbour of insert serial killer here.
We haven't even got enough to interview under caution.
Unless we can get a match with Anthony's DNA. Mrs. Townsend, I have a warrant to search your 2 caravans. The one formerly occupied by Anthony, surname unknown, and the one currently occupied by Philip Trout.
You've already searched it.
This is a full forensic examination.
What for? We've told you he's gone.
We'll need swabs from you, your husband and Trout, so we can account for your DNA and any samples we recover.
What's going on?
They're searching caravans.
Derek Townsend, I'm also asking you to come to the station for interview.
Is that like assisting the police with inquiries?
You don't have to go. They have to arrest you first.
It's for your benefit as much as ours to carry out the interview in a formal setting. You can have a solicitor present if you wish, but your wife is right. At this stage, you are not being cautioned and you would be free to end the interview at any time.
Then you can bugger off.
Elaine, shut up. Where's this interview going to be then?
In Manchester.
Manchester?
It's too far.
You can drive there yourself or we can arrange transport.
It's all right. I'll do it.
Mr. Townsend has been advised that he can have a solicitor present, but has declined that option. Can you confirm that for the tape, Mr. Townsend?
Aye. Yes.
We visited your farm on the 4th of May, 2015, and you told us that you had been the owner of a 1968 David Brown 1200 Selectomatic tractor. You also told us that you sold this tractor to travellers 3 years ago.
Uh-huh.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
I am now showing Mr. Townsend a photograph of a tractor recovered from Lankhead gravel pits on the 30th of April 2015. Do you recognise this vehicle?
It's a Selectomatic. It's got Selectomatic written down the side.
Could it be your Selectomatic?
Mr. Townsend has shrugged. Could you express that in words, please?
Maybe. Maybe not.
We've been told about an incident where you were seen striking Philip Trout on the lower back with the handle of a spade. Can you tell me anything about that? Mr. Townsend.
I've changed.
A bit louder for the tape.
It's true, what you've heard. I used to treat the boys bad. Like dirt. But that's in the past.
So you admit to using physically intimidating behaviour to Philip Trout and to Anthony?
I got a bit rough.
Is this why you left the farm?
No.
Did you have an argument with Anthony?
No.
Did Anthony have an argument with Trout?
No.
What about Mrs. Townsend?
What about her?
Were there any tensions between her and Anthony?
No.
Were they close?
Close.
What sort of relationship did your wife have with Anthony?
All right, that's special.
Witnesses have told us that your wife has been seen with bruises on several occasions. Can you tell us how she got those injuries, Derek? Are you declining to answer?
It were a bad patch, but it's all right now.
She seemed unhappy about you doing this interview. Why would that be, Derek?
She don't like the police.
How much do you pay your farmhands?
They get a roof, food, a bit of cash.
I take it you're aware of the current legislation concerning forced labour.
Well, you spoke to Trout. I mean, does he look to you like he's been forced to do out?
Can you tell me about Anthony's teeth?
Teeth?
Would you say he had good teeth?
Well, he weren't Tom Cruise.
Was he missing any teeth?
Not that I remember. Never looked in his mouth. Why would I?
How'd it go?
Look at that. Down there.
What?
Elaine and Trout, waiting for Derek in the Land Rover. They've been sat there the whole time.
So?
Derek admitted roughing up the lads. Even fessed up to knocking the wife about.
And now they're like the Waltons. He should have kicked off when I raised all that stuff.
A way of getting you to leave him alone?
I believed him. I know it's weird, but he is weird. Everyone says so. And in a way, it's kind of plain speaking.
Dead end?
Let's see what forensics come back with.
It's going to be tomorrow at the earliest.
I don't know about anybody else, but my watch says lag 100 hours.
Not tonight.
Come on, Sean, you've not been out in a while.
You look like...
What? What do I look like?
Do we need to say it? You look like you haven't been sleeping.
And there's something else.
What?
Gartside hero.
He's been at it again.
I've read it.
No, this one's new. Says they're gonna come and get you in your bed.
McCaffrey wants to put a unit outside your flat.
Waste of resources.
John.
Well, according to you, I'll be wide awake. So bring it on. I'll be ready and waiting.
Callum is unarmed. I repeat, he is unarmed. He will walk out slowly in front of me with his hands in the air. I will be directly behind. I repeat, he is unarmed. So let's just take things easy. Okay. I'm coming out now. Hold your fire! No! 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 God! No! You bloody idiot!
Hi.
Boss, where are you?
Bed. Is that the time? Sorry, couldn't sleep. Took some things. I'll be half an hour.
Wait, John, we've got the DNA back on Anthony's caravan.
And?
It's not a match.
Bollocks.
The Townsend scrubbed that caravan within an inch of its towing bar. Nothing down the plug hole. Forensics reckon it had a gallon of drain cleaner down it.
Have you run Anthony's DNA against the database?
We can't.
Why not?
There's only 3 sets of DNA. Derek, Elaine and Trout. It's like Anthony never existed.
I'm coming in. Kat, it's me. Sorry, only just picked up your message. Look, I'll try and get an update from cybercrime on this little bastard, whoever he is.
DCI Stone.
Yes?
Peter Deacon. Derek Townsend solicitor?
He's not here.
I heard he was.
He wasn't under caution. He declined a solicitor. I'm sure he'll tell you all about it.
Well, I rang the farm, but there was no reply.
Well, maybe you could persuade him to get a mobile.
I'll be honest with you, Inspector. There's no love lost between me and Derek. But his father was a good client, and in a rash moment of sentimentality, I promised Bill I'd keep an eye on the boy.
He's helping us with our inquiries. That is all.
Derek's not everybody's cup of tea. He can seem aggressive, even conniving, but in my opinion, he's a vulnerable adult. And if I get the faintest sniff he's been put in a situation where he has incriminated himself through lack of legal advice, I will make your life very difficult indeed.
As I said, he attended the interview voluntarily.
I understand you're investigating the body at Lankhead. Is Derek a suspect?
If he becomes a suspect, he will be interviewed under caution as per the PACE regulations.
He has a borderline personality disorder, which, coupled with his illiteracy, makes the world a very challenging place for him. His response is to treat everyone as an enemy.
What did you say?
And doesn't necessarily make him a criminal.
No, before that. Are you telling me he can't read?
Just because he can't read, it doesn't mean he wouldn't know it said Select-O-Matic on the side of the tractor.
No, there was something in the way he talked about it. He could read that word, I'm sure of it.
Oh.
What have you got, Sue?
Derek Townsend's driving licence.
That's not Derek.
No, that is Derek. Derek's not Derek.
That's what I mean. Derek's Anthony. I mean, Anthony is Derek.
We don't know who it is, just that the guy we've been speaking to isn't Townsend.
I thought you checked this when we were tracing the Land Rover.
I passed it on to traffic.
Oh, you've made me look a complete idiot.
Boss?
That'll be why he didn't want a solicitor.
And he was happy to come to Manchester for the interview where no one knows him.
And why they dumped all the stock and farming subsidies.
Pull up the drawbridge. No contact with anyone. Hope no one notices.
He was reclusive to start with.
It's been done before.
And if someone doesn't have a footprint online...
They become invisible.
I want forensics in the house. Get the real Derek Townsend's DNA. It'll be a match, I know it.
Arrest?
If they haven't already done a runner.
Is this going to be an early start, boss?
Morning, Elaine.
I don't have to talk to you.
We know the man we've been speaking to isn't your husband.
Anthony, run! The coppers are here, run!
All units, go, go, go!
Out of the way, madam.
What the bloody are you doing? Get out of my house!
Mrs. Townsend, I will have to restrain you.
Elaine Townsend, I'm arresting you on the suspicion of the murder of Derek Townsend. You don't have to say anything.
Get your hands off me, you filthy bitch!
Mention my question, something which you later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence.
We also have a warrant to search the house and anywhere within the boundary of Broadpike Farm.
He's not here, boss.
He must be. Look again.
Of course he's not in the house. Why would he be in the house?
He's in the caravan.
She's right. He's in the bloody caravan. Go! Go, go!
Get them processed and let's start questioning as soon as we can.
John, wait, there's something you need to know.
What?
Cyber tracked down your internet troll.
Where is he?
She. Name's Claire Sowerby. 31 years old. Single.
Previous?
Nothing. She's a nursery assistant.
Plants or children?
Children.
Is she here?
What are you doing?
I need to see her.
Does she look familiar?
No.
They're waiting for the CPS to clarify the charge. It'll be a condition of her bail that she stays well clear of you.
Yeah.
She's a nobody. She's terrified. They've got her on suicide watch.
Don't ask me to feel sorry for her.
I'm not. I'm saying, well, it's probably safe for Cat and Alice to go home again.
Yeah, I'll work that out.
Forget about her.
Murderers to interview and all that.
I know that.
TROUGHTON.
Troughton. Of course, I see what you did there.
Got called Trout at school. Hated it. Used to bunk off. Then, when Mum kicked us out, I was sleeping rough and stuff. Everyone called me it. And it was nice then, like I was their pet. But then these two blokes used to make me do things. Dirty things. When I wouldn't, they killed my dog, so I thought I'd better get out of there.
How did you meet Derek Townsend?
It was raining. He gave me a lift. Said, did I want a job?
How long have you been married to Derek?
I can't remember.
Do you remember what year it was?
1990-something.
Can you describe your relationship with Derek? Elaine?
Not really.
Was he violent to you?
No more than you'd expect.
I were a mechanic. Trained. Good money. I got depression. Really, really bad. Split with my girlfriend. My boss didn't reckon it was a real thing. Said it was my own fault, because of what weed I smoked. And then I came out of hospital. He'd already given me a job to this other fella. Said I could do odds and sods if you were busy. I was a bit, fried. Because I'd been on these pills and then I stopped taking them. Anyway, it was a bit of a fight. And I told him to stuff it. And I lost my dog, because they said I'd left of my own accord. Then I got evicted out of my flat.
He paid me the first week, but that was it.
He never paid you again?
No.
Did you ask to be paid?
He hit me.
Why didn't you leave?
Where would I go? It's like he said. Who else is going to give someone like me a caravan to live in? I never had a place of my own before.
Did you know that Derek was using violence on Trout and Anthony?
Maybe.
She hit me and all, but she stopped after Mr. Townsend died.
Where was I going to go?
I've been in your caravan, Anthony. It's not fit for a dog.
Yeah? Well, no one's asking you to live in it. And anyway, I was fixing up that old tractor. Got it running and everything.
Tell me about the day Derek died.
Trout had this thing he had to do every morning.
I had to go up to Mr. Townsend's bedroom and empty this big potty he had.
Potty?
Under the bed, for doing your stuff in at night.
It were Derek's granddad's.
Why couldn't he use the toilet?
I don't know, it was too far.
Anyway, Trout went and broke it, didn't he?
I dropped it in the bathroom.
Trout dropped it in the bathroom.
Townsend comes charging out of the house. Effing and blinded, starts smacking Trout with his spade. Normally, he uses the handle, but this time he smacks him on the side of the head with business end. Trout goes flying and ends up in a pile of cow dirt. So I smacked Townsend with an old plank. I mean, it was just wood.
What do you mean, just wood?
He fell down. I thought he was dead. But he wasn't. He got up.
And then he fell down again.
Sort of gurgling and twitching.
When I came out into the yard, he were on ground, gurgling and twitching.
Why didn't you call an ambulance?
He stopped moving. He were dead. An ambulance weren't going to change anything. Just stir up a load of trouble.
Why didn't you call an ambulance?
I don't know. We just wanted everything to carry on exactly the way it was.
Just would.
What?
That's an odd thing to say.
It wasn't a metal bar or anything.
I didn't say it was.
I wasn't trying to kill him.
Why not?
What?
You smacked your best mate with a spade. You've got a temper. A violent temper. You just said so.
He had a stroke or something. Might not have been anything to do with the thing I hit him with.
Why didn't you call an ambulance?
Because I knew this would happen.
What, you knew you'd be accused of murdering Derek Townsend?
No! People like you. On me case, everything falling apart again.
Again?
You twisted me words.
Has this happened before?
Couldn't you just leave us alone?
Am I going to prison?
Your solicitor will advise you, depending on what the charge is and the application to the district judge, it's possible that you will be released on bail.
If I don't go to prison, where am I going to go?
Do you believe it?
Identical stories.
Which suggests they've rehearsed it.
Anthony admits striking Townsend. He didn't have to.
He assumed we had evidence of blunt head trauma, even though we don't. He thought he had to admit to something.
And what about Elaine's story that they didn't call 999 because basically it was too much trouble? They just wanted things to go on as before, living in shit.
They did, though. I mean, Anthony was back in that stinking caravan. It's like your tractor guy said. They didn't do it for money, or because they were having an affair.
Isn't that worse? Like they've forgotten how to live like civilised human beings. Had it beaten out of them like this was as good as it was going to get.
For God's sake.
Put a lid on it, the pair of you.
Boss?
John?
Everyone's got a story, haven't they? Someone used me as slave labour, so I killed them. My husband's been beating me up for 20 years, so I killed him.
I'm not one for excuses.
My family took my money, so I murdered the lot of them.
Callum Gartside?
I'm sick of it, Sue.
This isn't like you, John.
I've been telling myself I didn't give a monkey's about all this internet stuff. And then I looked through the cell door at that pathetic heap of nothing, blubbering in the corner, and it's like a 10-ton weight lifting off my shoulders.
Well, that's good, isn't it?
No, Sue! I knew it was going to be some feeble scrote.
So you can let it go. It doesn't matter what a bunch of internet nobodies say about you.
That depends on whether Callum Gartside was an egotistical, out-of-control, self-pitying sociopath, or someone at the bottom of the pile who finally snapped. And this lot are just the same. Victims, perpetrators, all blurring into one.
It's not our problem. We just have to establish whether they did the crime. The other stuff, that's for a jury, a judge deciding sentencing.
I promised Callum I'd get him out of there. But one of ours pulled the trigger, and I ended up with bits of him all over me. And now I can't step away from it. Part of me needs to know. I bloody dream about him, Sue. I feel responsible, like some of that internet stuff is true. Which is complete crap, because I know it isn't.
I know you hate the idea, but maybe you should see a counsellor.
Yeah. Well, I've spoken to you. And you're never going to mention it to a soul, are you?
No.
Good. Okay. Let's get back to work. Decide what we're going to charge these poor bastards with.
Where the hell are you?
One more for the road.
Don't you think you've had enough?
Another pint. Cheers. And a whiskey chaser.
I'll drop you back.
I'll walk.
And end up in a ditch somewhere? I don't think so.
I've crashed the car.
Are you all right? Are you hurt?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Where are you?
A field. A field somewhere. I'm off the bypass.
I should never have told her.
What?
Alice, that I was taking her to the zoo. She gets all excited and then...
You let her down?
Well, you know what it's like. Stuff comes up. Dad does it on purpose. It's all ammunition, of course.
What for?
When the mud starts flying. Because there's nothing to stop her moving to Penzance if she wants it.
Would that be so awful?
You're not serious.
Well, face it, John. You meant to see Alice, what, every other weekend? And for all the time you've spent with her this past 6 months, she might as well have been living on the moon.
Thanks for your support.
Before you know it, she'll be off. Boyfriends, college, and then it'll be too late. It's about prioritising.
Lucy! Lucy!
Oh, sweetheart, what happened?
I don't know. I must have blacked out.
You're soaking.
Just take me home, please.
Okay, let's get in the van. I'll sort this out later. Were there any witnesses?
No, I don't think so.
Did anyone stop?
No.
That's something.
The point is, she can't stop me from seeing Alice. If she wants to fight, she can have one.
So you've said. Have you got your key?
What?
Your door key.
Oh, somewhere. Fancy a coffee?
It's Tanner.
What's he want this time?
Someone to annoy, probably. What?
Not disturbing anything, am I?
Told you.
Feeling left out?
Alright, boss.
What do you want?
We've got to hit and run.
Fatality?
Not yet. They've taken him to the infirmary.
Well, then it's not our problem. Get uniform to deal with it.
They've passed it on to us.
We'll pass it back again. Unless he's dead, I'm not interested.
What are you doing?
Prioritising. See you in the morning.
Boss?
He's gone.
Don't worry, there's plenty more fish in the sea.
Oh, grow up, will you? So what's so special about this one?
You were lucky, pal. I must have sneezed or something. Just lost it.
If we get the winch on it, we should be able to drag it out. Rolled a couple of times, did you?
Must have. I don't remember.
Key's still in it?
Yeah, I think so.
Police been notified.
No point. No one else involved.
This had better be good. Who is he?
Ryan Doyle, 53 years old, property developer.
Where was he hit?
Knocked off his bike on Fulwood Road.
What was he doing out of that time?
Training.
It was pissing it down. He wants his head seeing to.
Must be keen.
According to his ex, he does 100 miles of a weekend.
Midlife crisis.
What?
Boys on bikes. That's what it's all about. Reliving their childhood.
Thinking of taking up cycling.
You? In Lycra?
Oh, please, I've not had me breakfast yet.
Might I'll get rid of some of this.
You'd be better off with a gastric band.
All right, settle down. So why isn't Plod dealing with it?
There's a witness.
Go on.
Wagon driver saw the car deliberately swerve into him. This wasn't an accident, boss. All the signs I were looking at attempted murder.
All right, I'm listening.
I thought you were at a meeting. Well, that's what you told me, Tuesdays.
Yes.
And I called. They said you hadn't been in weeks.
Couldn't face it.
Well, I rang everyone. Your mother, the clinic. Eventually I got hold of Father Patrick. He said you'd been to see him.
Just needed someone to talk to.
Well, you could have talked to me.
You're never here.
What did he say?
Same as everyone else. To take one day at a time, that I shouldn't expect miracles.
Then what?
He told me to go home.
Only you didn't.
What will you tell them?
Who?
The insurance company.
Well, that I was driving. That I swerved to avoid a cat or something.
Thank you.
No, I don't want thanks. I want you to stop. It won't bring her back.
The minute Doyle comes round, I want to know.
If you mean.
Why? What are they saying?
There's significant swelling to the brain, sustained on impact. He must have taken quite a whack.
Hey! Excuse me. Excuse me.
Hey, can't go in there, mate.
Wrong room. Sorry.
Okay.
Any luck with CCTV?
Still checking. There are a couple of cameras along there. There should be something.
Assuming they're working.
So what do we know about him?
Runs a property development company. Divorced.
What sort of property?
Residential up until recently. Began by buying up cheap stock and renting it out. By all accounts, he's done pretty well, especially these last few years.
One of the few.
Canalside's one of his.
Prime site.
Consequently, his ex is trying to screw him for every penny.
Sounds familiar.
Hang on a minute. She might be perfectly justified.
Behind every good man.
Exactly.
It was in the paper a while back at some big charity do for a local hospice. Here we go. There's a picture.
A mouthful of vol au vent. Nice.
He's got a place on Sandcliffe Drive, pad in Florida, and a chalet in Wengen.
So much for austerity.
And she is fit as a butcher's dog. He's living the dream, I tell you.
Okay. Sue, see what you can find out about her. Do some digging. Bit of a come down, the Marinduke.
Apparently her mother's been putting her up since she walked out.
Do we know why?
What mums are for, isn't it?
No, you Wally. Why she walked out?
Oh, the usual, I expect. Doesn't look like she's in.
Sue.
Boss, I found something.
What?
A string of 999 calls from Doyle's address.
What for?
Reported domestic abuse.
And what was the follow-up?
Nothing. No charges brought.
Boss, someone's coming.
Okay, see what else you can find. Carol Hayton.
Don't mind cats, do you?
I don't.
How many have you got?
7. Ryan hated them. Said I love this lot more than him. So, is he dead?
He's in a critical condition.
Well, I hope he bloody well dies. Bless you. Here, have a tissue.
How long were you married?
Too long.
Kids?
No, thank God.
We think that this may have been deliberate. That someone intentionally knocked your ex-husband off his bike.
Well, I could have told you that.
Really?
You don't know who he mixes with. People he stepped on to get where he is.
Tell me.
If I had £1 for every time I had to schmooze some dodgy planning official or forge a signature, I wouldn't need to take him to court. His world, building dreams, it's not a pretty place.
Why did you agree then?
Why do you think?
He did that to your arm.
Only when he couldn't find an ashtray.
We've a picture here, taken at a charity bash. Can you tell us who this lot are?
Your lot did sod all for me when I needed help. You're the detective, you find out.
What was that about being a gold digger?
All right, so I got her wrong.
This goes to show. 2 sides and all that.
Why he wasn't nicked is beyond me.
Do you reckon she did it?
Well, she certainly had good reason, but I doubt it somehow.
I'd have been tempted.
Yeah, but why wait? If she was going to do anything, she'd have more likely done it at the time. Snapped, grabbed a knife, whatever. Spur of the moment. This was premeditated. Find out who else was on that table at the fundraiser. People he mixed with.
How'd you get on?
Well, there's certainly no love lost there.
Speaking of which, Kat rang. Says she's been trying to get hold of you.
I know. She wants me to look after Alice again.
Well, that's good, isn't it? Give you more time together.
I'm not a babysitting service. She can damn well pay for someone if she wants a night on the tiles. Has CCTV turned anything up yet?
Well, it's not great, but it's something. Camera on Fullwood Road picked up this.
Saw this?
That's Doyle on his bike, 10:32, 4 miles from the house.
Blimey, he's going some.
And there, 2 minutes later, a dark estate car.
Is there nothing of the collision itself?
Nope, out of camera range.
How do we know it's him?
The wagon driver said the car struck the cyclist from behind, then did a U-turn before speeding back towards Gorton. Wind forward, and there he is again. Same car heading in the opposite direction, 10:38. Has to be.
Can we get this enhanced?
They're working on it.
See if they can get a number, or even better, sight of the driver.
From what his ex was saying, it could be just about anybody.
Check out his business contacts. Start with his office, see if there's anything there. And get a list of properties he's been involved with. Deals done. Company accounts too. Financial transactions. Anything irregular.
There was one other thing.
Who's she?
Sophie Challoner, medical student.
Very tidy.
Why do I know that name?
Died from carbon monoxide poisoning 2 years ago.
Typical.
And you wonder why he's single. She was one of his tenants.
That's right.
Rented a flat in a block on Queen Square.
I thought they demolished that place.
They have now. Doyle's company is redeveloping it into plush apartments, restaurant, gym, the works. Doyle attended an inquest at which he was accused of breaching health and safety regulations in the block.
And denied all responsibility. I remember now.
The maintenance for the place was contracted out to a private firm, since gone bust, who, according to Doyle's lawyers, failed to perform the necessary safety checks for which they were invoicing.
What, so they were taking the money from Doyle and doing sod all?
Pretty much.
Doyle's defence said he knew nothing about it, of course. And although the coroner concluded that Doyle wasn't directly to blame, as the landlord, he should have made it his business to know what was going on in his building.
Sounds like he didn't give a toss.
That's what the girl's father thought.
Yeah. He was arrested outside the hearing and cautioned for using threatening behaviour in a public place.
I was there when they brought him in. Apparently, Doyle said something to him outside the courthouse.
What?
He never said. But whatever it was, it made Challoner see red and flip.
According to Doyle's statement, he threatened to kill him.
OK, good work, Sue. Tanner, you check out his property company. I want to know details of every meeting Doyle has had in the last 6 months. Phone calls, emails. And check out this maintenance firm as well.
Boss?
Have we got an address for the Challoners?
We're investigating a road traffic accident.
Can't help you. Sorry.
Is this your van?
No, it's Bob a Job Week. Just cleaning it for fun.
Ryan Doyle was knocked off his bike in a hit and run.
When?
Last night, on the Forward Road.
Is he hurt?
He's in a coma.
Oh, God.
Are you all right?
Fine.
Why don't you sit down?
No, I'm fine, I'm fine.
Would you like me to fetch you a glass of water?
Why do you think I'd know anything about it?
We're just making preliminary inquiries. Speaking to anyone who knew him.
Well, I'm afraid you're wasting your time.
Where were you between 10 and 11 last night?
This has got nothing to do with us.
I'm sure you're right, but we need to eliminate you from our inquiries.
At work.
What do you deliver?
Eh?
On the van. Express deliveries. Faster by far.
Oh, parts. Automotive parts.
Where to?
Wherever they send me.
And how about last night?
South Shields.
Interesting work?
Well, what do you think? I used to manage 30 people, 20 years with the same firm. If you're the wrong side of 50, you take what you can.
And what about your wife?
What about her?
Where was she?
Visiting her mother in Leeds. And before you ask, she took the train.
So is this your only vehicle?
Yes, and unless I get it clean, I won't have a job tomorrow, so if you'll excuse me.
He's lying.
Did you see his reaction when he heard about Doyle?
Maybe he didn't realise he was so bad. Just wanted to scare him, teach him a lesson.
Why now?
Pain like that never goes away.
There was no damage to the van, though. Wrong colour, too.
Check with DVLA. See if any other vehicles registered to his name. And ring round the local garages as well. Scrapyards, bodywork repairs. See if they've had anything in.
Maybe it wasn't planned. Maybe he sees him on the road, follows him, working out what to do.
South Shields. He'd have come in along that road, off the M62.
Assuming that's where he was.
Easy enough to check with his employer. It'll all be to sign for, that stuff. What's up?
Trying to get a packet of crisps out of the machine. Bloody hand's stuck.
Who there?
Eh?
See ya.
Thanks for your help.
How have you got on?
I've been doing some digging at company's house. Doyle was on the board of directors of the maintenance company.
Why doesn't that surprise me?
So in effect, he was paying himself.
Sounds like a tax dodge.
Yeah, well, that's not all. I managed to get hold of the accounts. There were some fairly hefty outgoings, including regular payments to a company or individual with the initials M.A.
Presumably they'd have had a number of tradesmen on their books.
In the past 3 years, they amount to almost 200 grand. It's more than a plumber makes.
See if you can trace which bank it was paid into. Get a name.
Oh, I almost had it then.
Any luck with that photograph?
It's Paul Gilchrist and his wife, Doyle's right-hand man.
And the other bloke?
Still working on it.
Right. Well, see what Gilchrist's got to say.
You still here?
What's up? Forget your broomstick.
If I had one, I know where I'd shove it. More on Doyle, boss. In the past 2 years, he's raised over 10 grand for local charities. All above board. Seems quite a philanthropist.
Treasure in heaven.
Smacks of guilt, if you ask me.
Well, whatever. It's obviously not all bad.
What? I'm at work.
See ya.
What about me?
It's all right, I've called the fire brigade.
You can't just leave me here. Wait, Sue!
Why the hell didn't you say?
I don't remember.
You must do.
I'd tell you if I did.
You remember seeing Father Patrick?
Yes.
And getting into the car?
Yes.
So then what?
I drove. Just drove.
Where?
Around. I don't know.
You must know where you went.
Towards Ashton, I think. Then I stopped.
Where?
An off licence.
Again?
Yes.
How much had you had by then?
I have no idea.
A bottle? 2?
I don't remember.
Try.
I am trying.
Where's your bag?
What?
Your handbag.
What are you doing?
They must have given you a receipt. Do you remember what you did with it?
I don't know. Probably left it.
What were you wearing? Your coat. Where's your coat?
On the door.
Look, if we can prove that you were nowhere near there. Got it.
What does it say?
J.J. Wines and Spirits. Forward Road. 2147.
I told you. I didn't see him.
But you hit something. You said you might have hit something.
Maybe.
It's possible.
Possibly. Yes. I don't remember. I don't remember.
She moving then?
What?
Depends, Hans. I take it that was Kat on the phone.
She expects me to drop everything. Alice has got some singing thing on at school. A concert.
Go! We can hold a fort.
Of course we can.
Got yourself free then?
No thanks to you. Got flipping peanuts too.
And what's wrong with him?
I wanted Monster Munch.
Anyway, Kat knows I'm working. She's just trying to make a point.
Look, Alice is the one that matters in all this.
Absolutely. Don't forget, Kat, when my parents split up, it had a lasting psychological impact.
I didn't realise.
What is this? Jeremy Kyle?
He sent me to his therapist, this Swedish bird. I've dreamt about her for years.
You know, you almost had me feeling sorry for you then.
Are you going to talk to Gilchrist or what?
Just need a waz.
Hard hat.
What?
You need a hard hat.
I'm looking for Paul Gilchrist. D.I. Tanner.
About bloody time. Another digger was stolen last night. Let's go inside where we can talk properly.
I'm afraid that's not why I'm here.
I phoned this morning.
They'll be sending uniform down.
He'll be on the continent by now. This is the third in as many months.
What about security?
In A&E with a broken jaw. Surprise, surprise, he's not talking. Fortnight ago, one of the porter cabins got torched as well.
Any idea who's responsible?
Take your pick. The key around the block to stop this place being built. So if it's not the digger, it must be Ryan Doyle.
That's right.
You reckon it was deliberate?
Whose travels fast?
Carol rang me.
We've met before.
I don't think so.
I'm sure we have. At the hospital, you were lost.
Oh, that's right. When I heard about the accident, I thought I'd drop by. See how he was. Can't say I'm surprised, like.
Oh?
He's had threats before, but he's never taken them seriously.
Recently?
Slashed tyres a couple of weeks ago. Sledgehammer through the windscreen.
Why didn't he report it?
Oh, he knows who it is.
He does?
He's hired private investigators.
Who is it then?
Same lot who were after this site. London-based outfit. Unfortunately for them, Ryan picked them to the post.
I gather you've worked together from the start.
I see more of him than I do the wife.
And these are the plans?
Yeah, for the first phase.
Impressive.
Was there anything specific you wanted?
There is one thing. I wondered if you'd have a look at this photo.
Blimey, that takes me back.
We've managed to identify most of them. Wondering if you could help us with him, standing by the pillar.
Oh, I should know. I seem to remember he worked on the technical drawing side. Malcolm. No, I'm guessing. It was a long time ago.
What did he say?
Wasn't surprised. He's already had the lowdown from Carol.
How does that work then?
How do you mean?
Well, normally if a couple splits, friends go with them. You don't go phoning them up.
Apparently they still talk.
I wouldn't dream of ringing Cat's mates. Mind you, they were all a bit odd.
Is there anyone who isn't in your book? Except you?
Not that I can think of.
Seems this latest development has caused a fair bit of bad feeling.
Well, I know the locals are up in arms. There's an online petition.
Even before that, though. Doyle screwed his main rival over the deal.
How?
Promised him a partnership, then went behind their backs. Gilchrist reckons they're responsible for these machine thefts. Trying to disrupt things.
What does the uniform say?
Nothing as yet, as stretched as it is.
Put a call out to the ports. Tell them to look out for anything. Diggers, dumper trucks.
Boss.
How did he manage to get planning for that place, anyway? It's an eyesore.
It went to appeal, but this is where it gets interesting. I did some checking. The chief planning officer at the time was Martin Atkinson.
M.A.
And what's more, there was an old mugshot on the council website. Look familiar?
Our man at the charity do.
Used to work for Doyle on the design side.
Poacher turned gamekeeper. What else do we know about him?
58 years old, took early retirement last year. Checked with his bank, it all tallies. A number of significant one-off payments.
You'd think he'd be more careful. D.S. Kelly.
Now living on the Costa del Sol, presumably.
Staley Bridge.
Okay.
Barn conversion with a swimming pool and a couple of beamers in the drive.
You've been round already?
Google Earth. I love it. I had a nose at your new pad as well.
You're beginning to worry me.
Great. Thanks.
Who was that?
DVLA.
And?
Dark blue VW Passat registered to A. Challoner.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's bring him in.
Hang on, what about Atkinson?
You'll have to wait.
I flogged halfway across town for that. All she does is sit on the phone.
Oh, don't sulk. It doesn't suit you.
For the benefit of the tape, those present are DCI Stone, D.S. Kelly, Mr. Alan Challoner, and Ms. Pauline Watts, Mr. Challoner's brief.
Why did you lie?
We know about the car, so you might as well tell us.
It was stolen.
When?
Last night.
Why didn't you report it?
Didn't have time.
A dark car matching the description was seen on Fulwood Road at the time of the collision.
What happened, Alan? The truth.
I was just driving along and I saw him. I didn't even think about it. I just saw red.
Why?
Why do you think?
It's been 2 years.
You know, people like him, they've got everything, yet they know the value of nothing.
But you know where he lives. You could have gone round at any time.
Oh, I thought about it. Came close.
But you didn't?
No.
Something stopped you?
I suppose.
But last night was different, though.
I hadn't expected to see him. It caught me by surprise. I didn't have time to think, to rationalise. There he was on that bike of his. And something just snapped.
How did you know it was him, if you came up from behind?
I could see. As I got close, I could see.
Even in his clothes, his cycling gear? His helmet?
Yes.
You recognised him?
Yes.
Then what?
I turned the wheel hard. The car swerved and I hit him.
Whereabouts?
Well, I don't know exactly. It all happened so fast.
Then what?
There was a bang. I guess I must have gone over his bike or something. And I carried on.
Did you look back?
No.
Where's the car now?
I don't get it. The guy confesses and you let him go.
On bail?
You've not charged him, though.
Because he didn't do it.
He's admitted it. What's it take to convince you?
Doyle wasn't wearing a helmet.
What?
I asked him how he recognised him with his helmet on.
So?
Challoner never picked me up on it.
It was dark, he could have missed it.
He didn't have a clue what he was wearing, because he wasn't there.
Which ties in what the courier company's saying.
What's that?
They just rung back. Apparently Challoner's last delivery was at 1927 in South Shields.
Over 200 miles away.
I checked with traffic. There was an RTA on the motorway as well. Diversions were in place up until midnight. There's no way he would have made it back in time.
What is it with you two? He's cuffed. He's got a motive. Hence, ergo, we knock off early for once.
Ergo?
Cognito ergo sum. Latin.
Where did that come from?
I think, therefore I am.
Or not, in your case.
Look, I know what Challoner said at the time, and to be honest, I don't blame him. If I was in his shoes, I'd probably think the same. But the closest he's got to killing Doyle is wishing him dead.
Why would he lie?
Can I help?
Police! Looking for a blue VW.
I rang earlier.
Behind the workshop. I'll show you.
Where did you find it?
No idea. It was brought to us. Just wait for the insurance assessor.
Blimey, looks like it's been banger racing.
Certainly seen better days.
Whoever was driving was lucky to get out alive, I reckon.
Has anyone touched it since it arrived?
It's not moved since it came off the tow truck.
So no one sat in it, fiddled with anything?
Haven't had time.
That confirms it then.
What?
He definitely wasn't driving.
How do you know?
He's at least 2 inches taller than me, and I can't even fit in. The seat's too far forward. It was his wife. That's who he's protecting. Tanner, you take the back.
Boss.
Sue, with me.
Boss.
Mr. Challoner. Mr. Challoner.
All right, all right.
We'd like to speak to your wife.
She's not here.
Where is she?
I've already told you.
We've got a warrant to search the property.
It's nothing to do with her.
Perverting the course of justice is a serious offence, Mr. Challoner. We know she was driving the car.
I've already told you what happened.
And we've spoken to the tow truck driver. For someone who'd been in a crash, he said you seemed remarkably calm.
Just get on and charge me, will you?
Boss, one of the neighbours saw her leave in a taxi half an hour ago.
Where's she gone?
We know you're covering for her. There's no point denying it.
I don't know. When I got back, she wasn't here.
Find out which taxi firm and get onto them. So what did happen? The night of the crash?
Take your time.
That's the thing. I've no idea. I got in late, traffic was bad. I tried to call her to say I was held up, but she wasn't answering. I got back. The house was empty, so I rang round. No one knew where she was. Then the phone rings and she tells me there's been an accident.
Did she mention Doyle?
No. And when I get there, the car's in a ditch. She's shaking. And I know...
What?
I know that she's been drinking again. She's been banned from driving. Up until now, I thought she'd been coping. She'd been dry for months, you see. Back at work. I found this lot in the wardrobe this morning. Stuffed in shoeboxes, hidden in coat pockets. I thought she was getting better.
Boss, spoke to the cab company. Driver just dropped her at the hospital.
Which hospital?
Carlton Road, infirmary.
Doyle.
She's going to try again.
I want added security on Doyle's room.
Roger that.
And check everyone going in and out, even nurses. She may have got hold of a uniform.
Roger.
Excuse me. Out of the way, break the road.
Excuse me.
Police! Has anyone been in?
His wife.
His wife? What did she look like?
Dark hair, medium height.
What happened to security? I specifically ordered extra men on the door.
No one told us.
What did she do?
Came in, stood at the end of the bed for a while and then left.
Did she touch anything? Equipment?
No.
You sure?
Quite sure.
And he's okay?
There's been no change.
Maybe she was interrupted.
I've got cold feet. When was this?
About 5 minutes ago.
She'll still be in the building.
Get the cord put out. Close off all the exits.
She's in the family room.
What?
She looked like she needed a cup of tea.
I wondered how long it'd take you.
We've spoken to your husband. He's told us everything.
I thought I could do it. Disconnect a tube, switch off a plug or something. I wasn't quite sure what I'd find, but I came with every intention of doing it properly this time.
Do you want to tell me what happened? Sorry.
Even if I wanted to, I'm afraid I couldn't. You see, I don't remember. It's been like that for a while. Days, weeks sometimes just disappear. And then I sober up and find Alan waiting patiently to sort me out. Pick up the pieces.
It must have been hard.
Do you have children?
A daughter.
I still wake up in the morning and Sophie's the first thing I think about. Before I even open my eyes. And some days, for a split second, I think she's still alive. Just for a second. Like when the sun comes in through the window and warms your skin, and then she's gone. And the room feels cold again. That's her at the school prom.
She was a bright girl, from what I understand.
A stars all the way through. Manchester was her first choice. She had it all mapped out. She loved it. Met a nice crowd of friends, and 3 of them decided to share a flat after moving out of halls. We even went down to check it out. They wanted deposits, guarantees. It was small, we thought, for the money, but they'd already set their minds on it. I didn't want to upset things, embarrass Sophie, so I went along with it. Driving back, we felt a bit... We wondered whether she should have shopped about a bit, looked at other places. It smelt damp. And then they moved in. The things that needed doing, basic maintenance, painting, they had to do it themselves. He just wasn't interested. One night, they left the heating on to dry the place out a bit. Sophie's bedroom was directly over the kitchen, where the boiler was. The fumes came straight up through the floorboards. Her friends found her the next morning. They thought she was still sleeping, that she'd overslept. Of course, there were no alarms.
I'm sorry.
For months after that, I used to sit outside Doyle's house in the car, just watching. Some nights I'd follow him on his bike along the Fulwood Road and up over the moors. He never even noticed me. £5,000.
Pardon?
That's what he offered us. Outside court that day. He said he'd write us a cheque there and then, expected us to be grateful.
Blood money.
Our daughter's life for the price of his precious bike. I know I shouldn't say this, but I do hope that bastard dies.
You're not the only one. Boss? What is it? What's going on? It's not looking good.
Stand back, please. Out of the way.
I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
Set of house keys, 1 purse containing £12, 53 pence change, credit cards, 1 photograph.
Oh, that's my daughter. Can I keep that?
Don't worry, they'll get it back.
Please.
I'm sorry. Rules.
Sue.
I've been trying to call you, but your phone's switched off.
What is it?
Have you charged her yet?
I've just left her with a custody sergeant. Doyle's dead. Brain hemorrhage.
They've managed to enhance the CCTV footage of the car.
And?
They've got a vehicle registration. It's not hers.
What?
The car that knocked Doyle off his bike, it isn't hers.
And who the hell's is it?
A black BMW leased to Doyle's company. I've checked with the hire firm. The signature that appears on the last service document is Martin Atkinson.
Get round there straight away and make sure no one leaves the property.
On your feet.
What's happening?
You're free to go.
I don't understand.
You can have these back as well.
Doesn't look like anyone's in. Uniform of block below both ends.
Check the garage.
Right.
That's all we need.
Can't have gone far then. Locked.
Oh, easy, Tyson.
How do you know his name?
He says it on his kennel.
Atkinson must be scared of someone.
Let's see if there's a way around the back.
Boss, over here! Black BMW, same registration. Looks like we found our man.
Where the hell is he, though? What?
I think you better come and look at the pool.
All right, John.
Sally?
What have we got?
Drowned, by the looks of it.
Splendid. Although, of course, it's impossible to say without an autopsy. As you know, drowning can cover a multitude of sins.
How long do you reckon he's been in there?
Ooh, difficult to say at this stage with any certainty. The fact that the body's floating is significant. Signs of decomposition, discoloration to the skin, gases.
A day? A week? A month?
Oh, at least a week, judging by the swelling. And the fingernails, of course.
In which case, he couldn't have killed Doyle.
Then who did?
I want every inch of this place searched. Accounts, correspondence, telephone bills. What do we know about relationships? Was he seeing anyone?
His civil partner died 2 years ago. Apparently that was the reason he retired, to take care of him.
What about neighbours?
They're knocking on doors now. He's pretty isolated up here, just the odd farm and a couple of holiday cottages.
Still, someone might have seen something.
Why bother with Atkinson's car, though?
Whoever it was wants us to assume it was him.
There's no sign of a break-in.
I must have known where he kept the keys.
Uniform just spoke to one of the farmers. He saw Atkinson's car return at around 11 on the night Doyle was knocked off his bike.
Half an hour after it was clocked on Fulwood Road.
He's sure about that?
Positive. He had to swerve to avoid it.
Did he get a look at the driver?
Not closely, but...
She was female.
How did you know?
Carol Hayton was blackmailing him. She said herself she'd known Atkinson for years. Schmoozing dodgy planners. I should have seen it before.
I've just had an email come in from the labs. They've managed to get into Atkinson's phone. There's a list of text messages here from Carol Hayton's mobile over the past 6 months. And the last one was sent just 2 hours before the hit and run.
She knew the setup between Doyle and Atkinson, so when things got rocky and she needed money, she goes to Atkinson for cash.
Threatening to expose him if he doesn't cough up.
Atkinson's terrified that if it's revealed he's been taking bungs from Doyle, his career will be over. Then the last time she tries, on the night of the hit and run, she doesn't hear from him.
She goes round and finds him floating in the pool.
Where he's been for days. Obviously couldn't cope with the pressure.
Carol seizes the chance to frame him.
Her marriage is over. As far as she's concerned, it's the perfect opportunity to get rid of Doyle once and for all.
And it's not as if Atkinson didn't have a motive too. So long as Doyle was alive, he was trapped. There was no way out for him.
So she takes the car.
How did she know where Doyle would be?
Creature of habit. Even Lucy Challoner knew which route he took.
I can't see her acting alone, though.
When you saw Gilchrist, he knew about the accident, right?
And Carol had told him.
As a warning.
Where's her evidence?
You sound like McCaffrey. Doyle hired private investigators to look into the thefts at the construction site, right?
Right.
Then get onto them. I wouldn't mind betting they opened up a whole can of worms.
Maybe it would have been better if I'd gone through the windscreen.
Oh, don't say that.
That's how I feel. I can't help it.
Sophie wouldn't have wanted that. She'd have wanted us to move on.
I'm not sure I can.
Doyle's dead. He got what he deserved.
It's not enough, though, is it? For what he did. I should have killed him myself when I had the chance.
And what good would it have done? We have to try to forget about him. For Sophie's sake as well as ours.
So what have we got?
Gilchrist was shagging the boss's wife. Put a tap on his line.
Carol phoned him in a panic from Atkinson's place that night.
I knew it. What did I tell you?
Then why get me ringing round? I've just spent 2 hours on the phone to a couple of private dicks.
You were the one who wanted proof.
Does come in handy in court sometimes.
And I bet it was his idea she'd take the car.
That's right.
Let's pick him up then.
His wife hasn't seen him since last night. He's not at work either.
We'll put a call out to all ports and airports.
Where are we going?
Dante's Inferno.
What?
The married Duke to you.
There she is! Carol! Carol, don't be stupid! The other way! You're only making things worse! Carol! Stop! Carol Layne, I'm arresting you for the murder of Ryan Doyle. You do not have to say anything, but anything you do say may be written down and used in evidence against you in court. Is that clear?
I didn't do it!
We know what happened, Carol. Your DNA's all over the car. It's pointless denying it.
It was his idea, I swear. He's the one you should be arresting.
We will. Don't worry.
I could have killed Doyle, you know. Easily.
But you didn't, though.
No.
Something stopped you.
Don't ask me what. Still trying to figure it out.
It's beautiful up here.
We used to come here when Sophie was little. She'd lie on the ground and roll down the hill, make herself dizzy laughing. You take it for granted at the time. The little things. The hugs at bedtime, the smile you get when you pick them up from school. Too busy worrying about things that don't matter.
Yes. I'm sorry. Do you mind if I take this?
Of course not.
Kat, if it's about the concert, tell Alice I'll be there, okay? Tell her I wouldn't miss it for anything.
There he is. Who? Shall I tell him then?
Don't dare.
What's up with you?
I don't feel...
Yes, Abs! Yeah, Mean wants to have a word with you, don't you, Mina? Mina! Mina! Oh my gosh, help! Somebody!
Late again, boss?
Yeah, foiled by a bloody frozen lunchbox.
Hey?
I get halfway here and then I spot it on the back seat, so I have to go back to school.
I'm not following, boss. How'd you manage to freeze it?
Not frozen, frozen. You know, annoying song, singing snowman.
You've lost me.
Let it go.
I will then. I think you're ready for a nice hot latte.
It's a film. Alice loves it. I've had to watch it at least half a dozen times.
Ah, Frozen.
I think you might be the one in need of a coffee. Caught in the act, Tanner. What have I told you about playing Candy Crush?
That solitaire is better for the brain.
Exactly. So what have you got for me then?
Something or nothing.
Boss, when you see this, you're going to wish it was Candy Crush.
We've had Mrs. Valerie Campbell on the phone from Woodward Park High School. They have a suspected case of FGM, that's female genital.
Yeah, we know what it means. Evidently you didn't.
Oh, well, that should help our conviction rates no end. What do we know?
14-year-old girl, Amina Ibrahim, collapsed at school first thing this morning. She's been admitted to the infirmary and the head said she was still unconscious when the ambulance came.
Why do they think it's FGM?
Well, she was bleeding down there. The head was at pains to tell me that Amina is from a relevant at-risk community as identified by the Home Office. And there are rumours circulating that she's been circumcised.
Is there any physical evidence of FGM?
Not confirmed, no. We're waiting to get an update from the medical staff.
I take it her parents have been informed?
School have contacted them, yeah.
Will they know the school have reported this to us?
That's unlikely.
Good.
Are these rumours solely because she's from this so-called at-risk community?
I bet we've got a girl who's having a bad time of the month and an overworked head who's heard the government banging on about mandatory reporting. She'll be trying to cover her own back.
Maybe. Or we've got a young woman who's been butchered with a razor blade lying in hospital. The perpetrator could be cutting other girls as we speak.
That's a little brutal, even for you.
She's right.
Aren't we supposed to be non-judgmental?
Guess that's easier to do when you don't have a clitoris.
Or a heart. Sue, go into school and see what we can find out. Check who Amina's friends are, who was with her. Keep it low-key, though. Don't want to cause alarm.
Okay.
And keep your opinions to yourself.
Yes, boss.
Tanner, check if Amina is on the Child Protection Register. Does she have siblings? And get me a profile on her parents.
I'm on it.
And stay off Candy Crush.
Now you pray.
Of course.
You're too late.
It's never too late.
This is your fault. Your fault. You need to find her.
I know what I have to do.
I'm really sorry about your friend.
Thanks.
Must have been very frightening.
It was.
Can you tell me what happened?
She just fell down, collapsed.
Did she know what was wrong with her?
No.
Did she complain of feeling sick, dizzy?
I don't know. She was a bit... She just weren't herself.
In what way?
She was acting funny.
When you say funny?
Just funny.
Okay. Are you aware of anything which may have led her to act funny?
Like what?
Any recent treatment? Was she on medication?
Don't think so, no.
When was the last time you saw Amina before this morning?
Friday.
Was that straight after school?
Miss, can I go? Miss said I can stop at any time. Can I go, miss?
We won't be much longer. I just have a couple more questions. It would really help your friend.
Oh, no, this can't help my friend.
That didn't sound good.
No. It's a confirmed case of FGM. The medical staff have limited experience of this type of procedure, but at this stage, they're concluding type 2 has been attempted.
Type 2?
The removal
Actually, do you know what? Spare me the details.
Amina has lost a lot of blood and she's suffering from septic shock, which they're currently treating. She's in intensive care, heavily sedated. Might be some time before we can speak to her. If at all.
Are her parents there?
As far as I can tell. They've consented to a blood transfusion.
Right. Get Sue updated. I'm going to the infirmary. Find out what you can about the girl's mother and father. Get back to me as soon as you can.
On to it, boss.
Mr. Ibrahim.
Who are you?
DCI Stone. I know this is a difficult time for you, but I have a few questions.
Difficult time? My little girl is in there, unconscious.
I know. I'm very sorry about what happened. When was the last time you saw Amina?
When I last saw my little girl, she was still in one piece.
When was that?
My daughter is a good girl. She's a good student. She stays home. We don't have to worry about her.
Mr. Ibrahim, when did you last see her? This morning?
No.
Last night?
I don't know.
You don't know? You are aware that female circumcision or cutting is illegal in this country?
I don't know anything about this. When this happened or who did this terrible thing. That's your job. You need to be out there finding them.
That's what we're trying to do. What about your wife?
What about my wife?
Will she be able to tell us more?
Do you think if we knew who did this, I'd be standing here?
Well, somebody knows something.
What kind of man do you think I am? Do you think I would harm my own child?
No one is accusing you of anything, Mr. Ibrahim. Most families who perform circumcision see it as an act of love, not harm. They might feel afraid, under pressure.
I won't know anything about that.
Tanner, please tell me you have something on Amina's father.
Sorry, boss. All I've got here is he runs a small engineering firm. No previous. Has 3 points on his licence for speeding. Take it you didn't get very far with him.
No. He was evasive, defensive.
What about the mother?
She wasn't here. Mr. Ibrahim says she's gone home. I'm not convinced.
Zukina.
What is it? Is it my Amina?
No. There's no change. Have you found her?
Not yet.
You might not have much time. The police were here.
And?
They're looking for you.
Tumbleweeds at the Ibrahim house?
Well, if Amina's friend knows anything, she's not letting on.
That's the problem with this crime. No one talks.
The rumour got round school somehow.
Well, Amina's dad definitely knows something, and I don't want him anywhere near her when she wakes up.
If?
We need to be the first people to speak to her.
We could contact the safeguarding team. I'm sure we've got enough physical evidence to place her under a police protection order.
Do it. I want an officer stationed next to her room around the clock.
Dad isn't going to like that.
Then he can lump it. Child protection is our priority. Shame it's not his.
He might not know anything. Amina's not on the register and the family have had no contact with social services.
He knows something. He's complicit.
It's primarily the women who are responsible for arranging FGM for their daughters.
He's complicit.
Which might explain why Amina's mother has gone AWOL.
What else you got for me?
Well, she's a housewife. Volunteers sometimes at a charity shop.
Riveting, you've surpassed yourself.
She came on our radar about a month ago. There was a complaint about a group of women meeting in alleged suspicious circumstances. There were usually about 5 or 6 of them, and a neighbour apparently heard crying on a regular basis.
And?
Uniform checked it out and spoke to a couple of the women. One of them was Sakina Ibrahim, Amina's mother.
So what did they find out?
Nothing much. The women refused to answer most of the questions. The gist of it was, things got a bit heated, so we backed off. However, there was a tepid agreement they would try and keep the noise down.
Cry more quietly?
Something like that.
Who was this other woman, besides Amina's mother?
A Mrs. Sadja Cole. It's her house they were meeting at.
Hold on. The neighbour who made the original complaint. What number did she live at?
This one here, with the for sale sign.
Fatima, this is Ibrahim. I need to talk to you. I have to get to class.
So what do you make of that, then?
Glad Mrs. Littlewood's not my neighbour.
About what she had to say?
It's neither here nor there.
Well, she doesn't seem to miss much, and she said there was lots of activity over the weekend.
That alone is not a crime. Not in our eyes, anyway.
What about the noises? She said it was muffled, but could have been crying.
She was initially vague about that. I think she was over-egging it, telling us what she thought we wanted to hear.
Well, both Mum and Mrs. Sadja Cole are missing. She has no influence over that.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe they're shopping together for some blackout blinds and soundproofing. Let's swing by and see if Mrs. Ibrahim has found her way home.
What did she tell you? Fatima?
I don't...
Fatima?
This is Ibrahim. I'm really late for class.
You need to tell me what you know!
No joy, then?
Found somewhere that does cheaper petrol.
Nice egg custards as well.
Not much progress this end either. The bad news is Natasha over at Safeguarding thinks we should think very carefully before revoking a protection order and barring Amina's parents from seeing her.
I thought about it. Let's get it done.
We're going to alienate her family and possibly the wider community. And the risk assessment suggests she's not in any imminent danger.
Besides being near death?
From her parents. She says if we believe we have strong enough case for an order, we probably have enough evidence to arrest them. Problem solved for at least 24 hours.
If we could find the mother.
And someone would talk. Without cooperation or a crime scene, we're stumped. The only person who seems to have plenty to say is curtain twitcher, Mrs. Littlewood.
She might have a bit of a bee in her bonnet, but if Amina was one of the people who was there this weekend...
Then we might have the crime scene.
And potentially the cutter.
Often, before a girl is cut, sometimes afterwards, the girl's family can make quite a fuss of her. It's seen as a very significant event within some practising cultures, a rite of passage. And the girl might have a celebration before she's circumcised. Safeguarding said we should avoid saying mutilation.
Oh, yeah.
And what if this was Amina's party?
She can cry if she wants to.
Please don't sing. Or it'll be us in tears.
And if it was, It's very likely her friend Fatima would have been invited. I'm sure there's more she can tell us.
You should have another crack at her.
Hello. OK, put her through. It's your friend, Mrs. Littlewood.
Oh, goody.
What can we do for you, Mrs. Littlewood? Oh, that's very helpful, Mrs. Littlewood. Thank you. We'll get right on to it.
Oh.
Mrs. Sadger Cole just arrived home, and she has company.
Let's go. Bring that picture of Amina. Mrs. Sadger Cole.
Yes?
DCI Stone, DI Tanner. Sorry to bother you. We'd like to have a word, please.
What's this about?
Could we come in for a moment?
As you can see, I am a bit busy.
Doing a spot of spring cleaning, are we?
You're very observant. You must be good at your job.
We don't want to take up too much of your time, but it's regarding a serious matter. Your cooperation would be appreciated.
Well, if you can stand the smell of bleach.
I told you everything. I know this is hard for you, Fatima. This is a difficult job for me too. Knowing someone is out there responsible for harming an innocent young woman.
I wish I could help you.
I think you can. I remember being your age. Me and my best friend, we told each other everything. We were like a secret society with a membership of 2.
Why are you telling me this?
I wouldn't betray her confidence for anything. I wouldn't, grass, I get that. But we were lucky. My friend was never in hospital in a serious condition, depending on me to do the right thing. I've never been in your position, but if I was...
I really don't know anything.
Nothing at all. Not what she was looking forward to or worried about. Not her plans for the weekend. Shopping, a night out, a family gathering.
No.
Fatima, no one will be in trouble.
Mina don't have nights out. She's not allowed.
So her parents are really strict?
She's just not allowed nights out.
Are girls' nights in allowed?
Suppose.
Because we have reason to believe Amina was throwing a party at the weekend. She hinted on her Facebook page that she had exciting plans.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know anything.
You liked her status.
You're checking up on me now.
Why? Do you have something to hide?
No.
You liked her status.
I was happy she had exciting plans.
But you didn't ask her what they were?
Not on Batebook, no.
In person, then?
I didn't get round to it. I was busy myself. We had guests.
But if she had a party, you'd be invited anyway, wouldn't you?
I wasn't invited to any party. I keep telling you, I don't know anything.
And if you did know something, would you tell me?
We understand Sakina Ibrahim is a friend of yours.
Sakina, I know her. Why?
How do you know her?
What is this about? Is she okay?
We understand that you had a number of visitors on Saturday night.
And Sakina's daughter, Amina, was one of them.
This again. It's that old witch, isn't it? Offended because too many foreigners are in the same space at the same time.
As I said, we haven't received a complaint. We were making door-to-door inquiries and received a positive ID that Amina Ibrahim had been here. Amina has been the victim of a crime.
I'm sorry to hear that. Is she okay?
No, she's not.
I need to emphasise that a very serious crime has been committed. This happened during the period of time Amina is alleged to have been in your home.
No crimes have been committed in my home.
We want to eliminate you from our inquiries.
So now I am the person of interest. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to ask you to leave now.
Can you confirm whether you saw Amina Ibrahim this weekend? Was she a visitor to your home?
Do I have to call your superiors and report you for trespassing?
Was Amina Ibrahim a visitor to your home? We're trying to establish her movements at the weekend.
I don't know Amina Ibrahim.
You don't know her?
Bull, she's the girl you butchered and whose blood you're now scrubbing off your floor tiles.
Mike, leave it.
Always use a lot of bleach, do you?
D.S. Tanner?
Why? Do you want some to clean out your mouth? I don't have to stand for this. Attacking me in my own home.
Don't worry, we're leaving.
Don't get too comfortable. You ain't seen the last of us.
Wait for me outside. Sorry about that. His mum got a refund from the charm school.
You should be the one apologising.
So, when is the last time you saw Mrs. Ibrahim? If there's anything you can tell us, even the smallest detail.
I saw her on Saturday night.
We
should be detaining her, boss. We have reasonable suspicion.
We've got nothing.
We've got an eyewitness.
With enough motive to mislead.
And a suspect who is bleaching her whole house.
Being house-proud is not a crime.
She's destroying evidence. That's what she's doing. And we're sat here debating when we should be in there preserving the scene.
Sukina, where are you? Are you okay? I've been better. Have they gone?
I managed to seize the contents of Amina's school bag, and we've got the technical team working on her mobile phone. The most interesting thing in there was some screwed up, torn paper. I've been trying to piece it together, something about pain. I'm not sure it's her handwriting, though.
Dear John?
I've given it to the forensics team to see if they can make any sense of it.
Good. Is the 24-hour watch at the hospital in place?
Yep.
Well, I'm going to stay back here a while. Sergeant Cole says she has something more to tell me about Saturday night. She asked me to give her until 8.
And I'm off to chase wild geese.
Is that what you call your dating efforts these days?
The odds of catching a wild goose are higher. Yes.
There's someone here to see you.
Is it the Mrs. Sergeant Cole?
She didn't give a name, but she said it was about Amina Ibrahim.
Good. I'm on my way.
Detective Stone.
Yes. I understand you have some information about Amina Ibrahim.
I do. I'm Sukina Ibrahim.
Take a seat.
Thank you. Am I under arrest?
No. Not yet.
I didn't harm my daughter.
But you know who did.
I need to be able to visit Amina, go home without fear of being arrested.
A serious crime has been committed. Someone is responsible. You'll understand I can't make any promises.
I didn't do it.
So who did?
I'm working on it.
You're working on it?
Yes.
You do understand that female circumcision is illegal, and the act of cutting or consenting to a minor being cut are crimes?
I haven't done those things.
You didn't organise your daughter's circumcision?
No.
Then who did? Your husband?
I've already told you.
You're working on it. Did you see Amina before she left for school this morning?
No.
Why not? Why not?
She didn't stay at home.
Where did she stay?
I don't know. This is my fault.
You don't know where your daughter stayed? If she was missing, why didn't you report it?
She wasn't missing. She told me she was staying with a friend for the weekend.
Which friend?
Fatima.
But she didn't stay with this friend?
Not according to Fatima, no. She said she saw her early Saturday evening, but she left and didn't say where she was going.
You don't believe her? Have you asked her mother?
We're not... I couldn't.
Is it usual for you to let Amina stay over with friends?
No, absolutely not. But she begged me. Said they were working on a big presentation for school. She is a very good student.
So when did you last see your daughter?
On Saturday.
Where?
At home.
Have you had any contact with her since Saturday?
I spoke with her very briefly this morning. She said she was okay, and on her way to school it was very quick.
How did she sound?
It was quick. She was rushing. I was just happy to hear her voice. I need to go. I've told you everything.
You haven't told me everything.
I've told you everything I know.
Mrs. Ibrahim.
If you arrest me, you'll never find the person who did this.
Why not?
No one will speak to you.
Something more is going on here.
Maybe so, but Amina Ibrahim has been cut and you just let the prime suspect go.
We don't have anything. We need corroboration. If we arrest, all we've got is circumstantial evidence and lots of people telling us nothing.
But a night in a cell, a bit of pressure, and we might have got a confession.
I doubt it. She knows we're clutching at straws.
Because Amina is unlikely to incriminate her.
That's right. We need to find out where Amina stayed at the weekend. We do that, we find the cutter.
Faith, how is she?
Same. Have you found her?
Not yet.
Look at our little girl. This is your fault.
My Amina.
I didn't lie. So you keep saying? You won't be in any trouble if you tell me the truth, but this is your last chance. Now, before Monday morning, when was the last time you saw Amina? Was it on Friday or on Saturday?
Saturday. I can't tell you anything else. You wanted the truth, and I've told you now. Please leave me alone.
I've had the press on the phone this morning looking for a comment. Someone's leaked that there's been a case of FGM at Woodward. Told them the usual. We're taking this crime very seriously. Investigation is ongoing, blah, blah, blah. But we've got to ramp up the pressure. Try and secure an arrest.
We could have arrested our main suspect.
Under accomplice.
We need a witness, the cutter, or a confession. Otherwise, we've got nothing. Any luck with Fatima?
I think Sakina Ibrahim's gagged her. Apparently Fatima did see Amina on Saturday, but she's clearly traumatised.
So she probably knows who got Amina.
Exactly, but she's terrified of saying anything else. Understandably, she's worried about her friend.
Mrs. Ibrahim said no one would talk.
Not if she silenced them.
I think we should bring Fatima in for attempting to pervert the course of justice. She's admitted lying to the police.
She's 14.
Well over the age of criminal responsibility. I'm not saying we charge her. An interview under caution should be enough to loosen her up.
Or shut her down entirely.
She won't talk. Mrs. Ibrahim won't talk. Sajid Cole won't talk. What is it with these women? All the ones I meet won't shut up.
All the ones you meet aren't real.
We'll have to bring Fatima in. Go easy on her, though. Her friend is in hospital. Become a confidant. Gain her trust.
Give me 5 minutes with her.
You can question Mr. Ibrahim. I think it's time we brought him in too. Look, I have Mrs. Ibrahim under surveillance. She's currently at her daughter's bedside and I have an officer on standby to let me know the minute that changes. In the meantime, I'm going to see Sergeant Cole. Apparently she's ready to talk.
We come together to write, and those who want to, they read their work.
You only write poems?
Mostly, yes.
So why the secrecy?
I needed to get permission from the other women.
So can I see one of these poems?
I don't. I can't.
You do share them?
With each other, yes.
But no one else?
No.
And Sakina Ibrahim is a member of this group?
She comes occasionally. I'm not trying to be difficult. The women... There are just some things we choose to keep private.
When was the last time your group met?
Saturday night.
And you said Sakina Ibrahim was present?
She was. All the members came.
Was this a special occasion? A party, maybe?
This group is like a refuge for many women. It's therapy, that's all.
Right. Thank you, Mrs. Cole. I've got to go.
School came back and said in their internet history there have been recent searches under Amina's username about female circumcision.
She knew it was coming.
Not only that, someone else has been taking a keen interest in the subject during the same period.
Her bestie?
The very same. She's in interview room 1 now with a learning mentor. I've used the child protection angle with the school to make life easier.
Yeah, good thinking. Maybe she's at risk too.
Exactly. Are you coming in?
Not yet. Sakina Ibrahim is on the move. I'm following a taxi with her inside.
Mr. Ibrahim? I'm DS Tanner. You met with my colleague, Detective Stone. We have a few more questions for you.
Have you found the people yet?
The people?
Who did this?
That's why I'm here. I need you to come to the station with me, please.
And leave my daughter alone?
Where are you now?
We're heading south, approaching the Mandela roundabout.
She's running.
Maybe. I'll keep you posted. Keep Tanner updated.
Yes, boss.
I've told you everything.
I've been round and round in so many circles with you, I'm getting dizzy. Now, my boss is nowhere near as nice as I am, and he's getting very impatient. I'm going to cut to the chase. If you don't start talking, he intends to charge you with attempting to pervert the course of justice.
He can't.
He can. You've lied to the police.
I wasn't lying.
If found guilty, you could face a minimum sentence of 4 months in prison.
I forgot I saw her on Saturday.
You forgot? OK. What else do you remember that you had previously forgotten?
I don't.
I suggest you think about it very carefully before you answer.
Do I have to answer?
No. You're not under arrest and you can leave at any time.
That's your current status, but that could change very easily.
You're just trying to scare me.
I'm trying to be your friend.
I don't know why you're so bothered. If Mean weren't in hospital, you wouldn't care less.
How do you know that?
I just know.
You're wrong. However, your friend Amina is in hospital. She's very poorly and it's our duty to find out who hurt her.
They didn't mean to.
Really? Now, how do you know that?
So you last saw Amina on Friday morning?
Yes, before school.
Why not Friday night? Saturday morning? It's confirmed she was at home.
Yes, but I wasn't.
Can you tell me where you were?
No, I can't.
Shit!
Gotcha.
When a girl is caught, it's for her own good. It's to ensure she...
I'm listening.
Yeah, but you won't get it.
Try me.
You get props, yeah? Like proper respect. It means you're a woman, you're pure and you're suitable for a husband. I know some people think it's wrong now and they're trying to stop it, but...
But?
Some of them have already been cut. They're already married, so it doesn't affect them.
But they're living with the consequences, often physical and psychological. They're trying to protect young women like you from going through the same thing.
But it's been in our culture for centuries.
That doesn't make it right.
Can't expect people like you to understand.
People like me might not understand why cutting female genitalia would ever be necessary. But we're also open-minded enough to hear what you have to say. So, to clarify, now Amina is cut, she's a woman. She's pure. And that means she's more likely to get married than you are.
No, you're mad. I was done way before her. And I didn't cry. When her mum was busy writing dumb poems and trying to bring shame on people, my mum was taking care of business.
So your mum had your back, figuratively speaking. So who had Amina's?
Sakina!
You followed me.
I told you we would need to speak to you again today.
I assumed you meant at the police station.
I did, until we realised you had other plans.
This?
Well, you can imagine how this looks.
Well, looks can be deceiving. My daughter is in hospital. I'm not going anywhere.
Except maybe prison.
Are you arresting me this time?
I'm trying to save you from arrest.
You're trying to get me to confess. I don't have time for this.
What, plane to catch?
If you had enough evidence, you'd have arrested me by now.
I just need reasonable suspicion. Your daughter has been circumcised, I have that.
So what are you waiting for?
I don't believe you're a willful criminal.
But you believe I am a criminal.
I think you may have done something because culturally it is deemed the right thing to do. It's not my job to make value judgments, only to protect citizens and uphold the law.
You have a decision to make, detective. I'm walking away now. Are you going to let me go about my business or not?
You know I can't let you catch that flight.
And I've told you I don't have a flight to catch.
Then who does? What's in the bag?
Bye, Mr. Stone.
This is your last chance, Mrs. Ibrahim. Oh, shit. Sakina Ibrahim, I'm arresting you for the aiding and abetting of the act of FGM on Amina Ibrahim. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention or question something you later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given evidence. Do you understand?
Don't understand. You don't understand.
It's just a little convenient that the weekend your daughter is hurt, you happen to be away. You could say out of the way, but you won't say where.
I don't like what you're implying. I had nothing to do with this.
Not literally, no, but you agreed to your daughter being cut, didn't you?
No.
To protect your daughter's status, you consented to it. That's right, isn't it?
No.
Do you make a habit of disappearing at weekends, Mr. Ibrahim? Well, do you?
Yes, I do. What are you going to do about it?
I've told you, I've got nothing more to say.
This is a really easy one. You said you last saw Amina on Saturday. Remind me, where was that and what time?
I just want to go.
I won't keep you much longer, just give me a time and a place.
Look, I saw Amina at my house. Can't remember what time. It was in the afternoon. She was going to some stupid poetry thing her mum was having.
OK, you can either give me the bag now or I alert airport security. Let me be very clear what that means. That's the difference between being in my custody or the custody of the counter-terrorism department. They can hold you for 14 days without charge.
You're being melodramatic. You don't even know what's in here.
Exactly.
What if I tell you...
This is non-negotiable. You either give me the bag or... Excuse me?
What are you doing?
Alerting security.
Okay. Okay, here.
Thank you. It's okay, thanks. Now, are you going to tell me who you're looking for? You check the entrance every few seconds.
What difference does it make now?
Well, that won't make it past the metal detectors. You're looking for the cutter.
We asked you before if Amina Ibrahim had been at your house on Saturday. You said no.
That's right.
And we have another witness who said that she was.
They're mistaken.
I'm curious to know why you would hide that from us.
Amina came, but she didn't make it through the door, so technically I told the truth.
I just want to go home.
So tell them what you know.
We're against FGM, Miss Kelly. We've made enough enemies, so we don't want the poems to fall into the wrong hands.
They won't.
We're not activists. This isn't political. We just want to give women a voice and save girls from going through what...
I understand. We're on the same side.
Boss, is everything all right? Been trying to reach you.
It is now.
I don't think Sakina is guilty.
I know. We're here at the airport looking for the cutter, but we desperately need a name.
I'm on it.
Just got these texts in from Amina's phone. Apparently there's a new player in town. Some lad from school called Abs. He was with Amina Saturday night.
Really? You getting anywhere with Mr. Ibrahim?
I'm letting him sweat it out. Thinks I'm on the phone with the boss.
Let's see who breaks first.
Faisal, my boss and I, we can see you're a decent man, a loving father. We don't think you had anything to do with harming your daughter. We don't want to waste any more of your time. We know you want to get back to Amina, and we want to put our time and resources into finding the bad guys. So why don't you make this easier for both of us and just tell me where you were at the weekend? Faisal.
Amina thinks I have a second job and I walk away.
But that's not the truth.
No. The bedroom side of my marriage is finished. Over. So my wife... we have an arrangement. That's where I was when my little girl was hurt.
Fatima, you wouldn't tell Amina's mum the name of the cutter, but you will tell me.
What time is it? I just want to go home.
We all do. It's a shame because Amina can't go home. How's she going to feel when she finds out how you behaved and that you did nothing to help her? What will she think of you?
She'll understand. She'll understand.
Will she? Are you sure about that?
She knows I've got her back. I'm protecting her.
It's a bit late for that.
If her mum and dad find out...
Find out what? Find out what, Fatima? No more games.
They'll kill her.
I doubt that very much. I've been on the phone to my boss, and he has told me to give you 10 more minutes, and then we're placing you under arrest. How do you think your parents are going to feel about that?
You've got to promise you won't tell her mum and dad.
Is this about Abs?
Oh, did you know? Amina stayed at my house so she could go to the cinema with him.
They were her exciting plans?
Yeah. I had to sneak her back in afterwards.
So she stayed at your house Saturday night. What about Sunday?
I know she likes him. She likes him a lot. And his parents, well, they're like my family. Very traditional.
No dating. I understand that, but what's this got to do with her being circumcised?
Well, his wife won't need to be. She'll have to be cut.
So, who cut her, Fatima? Who did this to your friend?
Amina said she was feeling sick, so I told her not to go to school, but she said her mum would check up on her.
Who cut her?
So she was just going to go and register. And
Who cut her? Someone is going to prison for this, Fatima.
But my auntie didn't do nothing.
Your aunt did this. So she stayed at your house on Sunday night too? You need to tell me everything. Now. Your aunt's full name, everything you know.
You're too late.
Thanks, Sue. It's Amira Osman.
Thank you.
We haven't got long. Let's go. Excuse me, I'm a police officer. Police, out of the way, please. There's a queue, sir. I'm DCI Stone. I believe there's a wanted person travelling on flight EK101. Amira Osman. I need you to ground the flight.
The plane's on the runway, sir. There's nothing I can do.
No.
I've missed her. She's gone.
Amina has woken up. She's asking for you.
Amina's awake. She's awake.
Forensics have just come back. As far as they can tell, it's a poem. The handwriting isn't Amina's.
Makes sense. We have to decide what we're going to do about Fatima. I've sent her home for now. I think she's been through enough.
That'll be the boss's call.
I can't go in there. How can I face my daughter when the person who did this is still out there?
You did all you could.
I failed. Where's the honor in that?
Isn't that why your daughter was circumcised in the first place? For honor?
If you knew the disgrace I have brought on my family to protect Amina, and it was all in vain.
Your mother is here, my princess. Come in.
Mom. My Amina, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Mom, I'm sorry. You tried to tell me. You tried to warn me.
Hush. I'll just be outside.
I was afraid. I was confused. She said, it's now or never. Be brave. This is what you have to do. To endure, to be a woman, to be clean, to be pure. But Mom, the pain. I felt like I was being held underwater, the pain. I wanted to call out for you, but all I kept hearing over and over in my head. It's me telling you that I didn't want to hear you stupid poem.
It doesn't matter now. Shh. You need to rest.
It does matter, Mom. You tried to tell me and I wouldn't listen.
We might still be the first force to secure an FGM conviction in this country.
Don't you know when to switch off, Sue?
Tell her, boss.
The flight lands in 4 hours and 13 minutes. The CPS just need to pull their finger out.
She set the timer on her phone, boss. Is there a law against being that anal?
It's things like that that earn you promotions, Mike. Great job cracking that tough nut, Mr. Ibrahim.
Cheers, boss.
Who knew, eh? 2 women.
When some men can't get one. Sakina's poem gave some insight into the situation. I found it very moving.
Where's that bloody off switch?
Are you ever fully switched on? They could use this to educate people.
Prevention's better than the cure.
That's right. Listen. Your eyes said you were saving me.
Here we go. I'm getting another round in.
You'll sit right back down. You might learn something.
I wouldn't go that far. Your eyes said you were saving me. My body said we're dying. I woke not from the nightmare, but every day I'm trying.
Let no harm come to her. I look to the sky and pray. Protect her from torture. I say this every day.
Mina, I'm sorry. I Fatima.
They cut me and called it love. Now I can love no more. To make love is too painful. But I couldn't love you more. You're perfect just the way you are. I hope you stay that way. Protect her from this torture. I look to the sky and pray.
Stone was played by Hugo Spear, Tanner by Craig Cheetham, and Sue by Deborah McAndrew. Sukina was Yusra Warsama, Fatima Nisa Cole, Faisal Chris Jack, and Mrs. Sarja Cole Carla Henry. A Cut Above was written by Marcia Layne and directed in Salford by Nadia Molinari.
Sorry, boss. Thought you said to pick you up outside some bookshop. Been up and down here twice. I couldn't spot one.
It was there. 100 years it stood there. Through 2 world wars and the rise and fall of the Soviet Union. And now they've got rid of it. For what? Another soulless corporate, same as all the other ones, coffee shop. I despair.
I'll remind you of that the next time you ask me to grab you a hazelnut macchiato, shall I? Look at this idiot.
Do. In fact, I'm taking a stand on quitting coffee as of now. I'm telling you, Tanner, 5 years' time, every high street in the country will look exactly the same.
We're never going to get there at this rate.
Go on, light them up.
Away! Some of us have got crime scenes to attend. It's not just the high streets. The shops are even identical inside. We went to Pizza Chef in Paris. It was exactly the same as the one round the corner from us at home. Toilets, salad bar and ice cream factory, all exactly the same in exactly the same place.
You went to a Pizza Chef when you were in Paris?
You know what you're getting at Pizza Chef? Restaurants in Paris are potluck for tourists.
Still, I'm surprised. I would have thought Blackpool more your thing.
It is. Paris was Karen's idea.
Remind me why she left again.
Hey, as towers go, Blackpool's is just as good as the Eiffel. But at Pizza Chef Blackpool, dinner for 2 gets you free entry to the pleasure beach. And that, in my opinion, is something Paris is sorely lacking.
Well, price on class, can you, Mike?
$12.95 all in.
I want you to get a book for Alice.
Get it online?
Well, that's the point, isn't it? Everyone shops online. No more independent bookshops. And that was our little place. Alice loved nosing around that place.
Now she's handling the split.
Yeah. I'm not sure. They've moved away.
What? This is news. Where to?
Kat met someone. They've moved to Penzance.
Penzance? Penzance, Cornwall? Couldn't they have moved further away?
His job's down there.
In Penzance? What is he, a pirate? Listen, boss. It's a big blow you've been dealt. You ever want to talk about...
Whoa, Mike. The last thing I need is you offering a shoulder to cry on. I shouldn't have mentioned anything. Just keep it to yourself. And I mean yourself, all right?
Babylon Garden Centre. Thought this place closed down years ago.
My mother used to bring us here when we were kids. The old guy who owned it built a miniature railway through the grounds. It was magical.
It's abandoned now.
Morning, Gov. It's Hannah.
Sue,
Morning.
What have we got?
Uniform were first on the scene to a call from a delivery driver about 9:15. No one was in the yard when he arrived this morning. In the main shop, he discovered a male, approximately 80 to 90 years of age, believed to be the owner, Brian Chaff, dead on the floor.
And what are we calling it?
Homicide. He had a telephone cord wrapped around his throat. Signs of a struggle.
Forensics?
Sammy's got his team in there.
Tanner, go and grab us all suits, would you?
Boss.
Who's that?
Peter Bellamy, delivery driver for Johnson Agricultural Supplies. He's been with him 16 years, no previous. Mr. Bellamy, this is Detective Chief Inspector John Stone.
How you doing, Mr. Bellamy?
Not too great, actually. Not a great way to start the week.
No, it's not. D.S. Kelly has taken a statement from you. I can't see any reason for us to hold you up from your deliveries once you feel fit to get on your way.
Only saw him Friday.
How did you see him?
Fine. Chipper, even. Seemed like business had picked up a bit for him. Oliver used to drop off here once in a blue moon, but recently he'd been reordering from us regularly. And now this. He's such a pleasant old fella. Can't imagine why anyone would want to do this. Why rob this of all places?
No. Well, we're here to find out, Mr. Bellamy.
Boss, here you go.
Cheers.
Sue, here's yours.
What's that?
It's a forensic suit.
It's an XL. I'm a small.
That's all they had.
So what am I supposed to do with this?
Tie a knot around the waist.
Give it here.
Where are all the employees?
Oh, this place has been struggling by on a skeleton staff of 2, hence the state of the place. God. The owner and a head gardener named Keith Enderby. He's 84, been working here for the last 40 years. Doesn't seem the strangling type.
And they never do. Where was he?
Over the far side of the centre, lecturing another octogenarian couple on the importance of maintaining soil pH levels for hydrangeas.
Did he see anything?
His hearing's shot and the lenses in his glasses could start a bushfire. He's round back in the garden room. WPC Burko's taken a statement.
All right. Let's take a look inside.
Sammy, over here behind the counter.
Poor old Mr. Chaff. What a shame.
Did you know him, boss?
He used to dress up as an engine driver, take his kids for rides around the grounds on his miniature railway.
Oh, that's just made me all sad.
Boss, CCTV.
Yeah. So, tell me the good news.
Camera's in situ, but the recorder's gone. Oh, sorry. OK, ligature marks around the throat and thorax, consistent with unlawful death by strangulation, telephone cord. There are also contusions to both shins.
Where did they come from?
Probably caught them against the underside of the counter here, during the struggle. Killer comes behind victim on phone. Killer pulls cord against throat, starts to strangle. Both fall back to the floor. Victim kicks out, hence the assortment of markings on the floor from the rubber soles of his shoes, catching his shins on the underside. Until finally, he expires.
OK. So a struggle took place here. He's on the phone. Who's he on the phone to? Did we find out the last call?
The line's disconnected.
What?
Cut off over 2 months ago. Non-payment of bill.
So why is he on the phone? Did the killer go all the way over here to pick up the phone just to strangle someone with a cord? I'd just use my hands.
To call their bluff.
Boss?
He was on the phone to scare the killer off. Make them think he was calling us.
So perpetrator comes in, brandishes weapon, says, give us what's in the till, and the old fella picks up the phone and says, do one or I'll call the police.
Can't have been much in the till first thing on a Monday. Can't have been much here at the best of times. How much was taken?
There's 160 in it. That might have just been the float.
So they fled empty-handed?
So what's the window we're looking at?
Keith Enderby saw him shortly after opening up at 8:30. Delivery driver made the discovery at 9:15, so 45 minutes.
What about stock? Is it possible they've stolen stuff?
The whole place seems to be in a complete state of chaos. I'd be amazed if anyone knew what they did or didn't have in stock. We can always ask Keith.
He named it Babylon after the Hanging Gardens. You know? Like one of the 7 wonders of the world. And it was. Where people would come from miles around in queue just to see these gardens and the flowers. You take all the kiddies on the railway. It was like Disneyland or something. Felt like the sun shone every day, you know?
Mr. Enderby, Keith, DCI Stone is heading up the investigation and needs to ask you a few questions.
I remember this place from when Mr. Chaff had the railway going. I was actually one of those kiddies you spoke of. Fond memories indeed. I was wondering, Mr. Enderby, if we could just get a little more insight into the workings of this place. You're the gardener, is that right?
The head gardener.
The head gardener. So apparently it was just you two looking after the place, is that right?
That's right, he had to let the rest go a few years back.
I see. And how did everyone take that? Do you suppose anyone felt any resentment about having lost their job?
Ah, no. We all knew the writing was on the wall when they started building that big bloody shed.
Big shed?
That bloody big DIY store just down the carriageway. And that's what really sunk this place. And most of them went and got jobs there anyway. I wouldn't set foot in it.
But Mr. Chaff was able to keep you on?
I've been fortunate enough not to need to take a wage. My late wife's pension provides. Working here was never about the money. Like Brian, this place was a life's passion.
I can understand that.
Yeah, many wouldn't. I saw him turf some bloke out of here not long back for trying to talk him into selling up.
Oh? What's that?
Ah, just some flash idiot. He'd been by a few times trying to woo Brian with some sort of equity release deal and wasn't getting it. I think Brian got seduced by the idea of restoring the place to its former glory. But it was obvious this fella just smelt an opportunity. This site's got good transport links. It's the perfect place for another one of those out-of-town retail monstrosities.
And Mr. Chaff, he wasn't receptive?
Oh, just no. He wasn't interested in seeing his life work tarmacked over. The developers have been trying to get their hands on this place for as long as I can recall.
You don't remember a name of this equity release guy, do you?
Oh, no. He drove a green convertible and had a private plate. Just in case you were in any doubt he was an idiot.
I understand Mr. Chaff has a daughter.
That's right. Maria. A talented gal. Conscientious she was. Had a few personal problems, eating and that. Became very fragile after she lost her mother. She has rooms over at the music college.
So what are we thinking, boss?
I'm not keen on this robbery as motive. Who robs a run-down garden centre?
And on a Monday morning when anybody in their right mind would know there'd be next to nothing in the till.
Opportunists, smackheads, East Europeans.
So we talked about you cutting down on the tabloid fare.
Oh,
Tanner!
Sorry, boss. Speed trap. Sneaky one. Just behind that sign. How's anyone supposed to see that? They're meant to be a deterrent, not just a cash cow. It's a fact more people are injured because of drivers braking to avoid speed cameras than if they were never there.
Find out what it caught this morning. Whoever killed Brian Chaff would have been in a rush to get away. Any luck he might have caught them. What's going on in the conference room?
McCaffrey's in some big powwow with suits. Senior management types. Looks serious. They've drawn the blinds.
I reckon they're just in there watching a film.
Oh, hey up. Someone needs help with the remote.
John, got a minute?
Sir.
How's this case looking?
The Chaff case? We're only just getting up to speed on it. Quite a few things not adding up just yet.
But overall, we're looking at a robbery gone wrong, right?
Not necessarily so, sir.
No? John, it came over the wires as a robbery gone wrong. It's random.
There's something else, sir. Something You know that feeling you get, sir, when you work in a case and you don't know what it is yet, but you know something's amiss?
Listen, I don't have time to hear what you've seen in the tea leaves or what your horoscope says about it being your lucky day. We work in fact here. We're stretched. We need to prioritise man hours. It's a random one, right? So pretty please, put it on the back burner for now.
You're telling me to put this one on the pile 45 minutes into the investigation?
I'm saying, as DCI, you need to learn to prioritise. 40 hours spent on this is 40 hours we don't have for the missing teenager we get next week. Got it?
Sir.
Brooklyn.
Round of coffee in the conference room, sir.
Back burner? We've only been on it an hour.
That's what I told him. Talked about priorities.
What happens when they move into management? Common sense policing goes out the window in favour of spreadsheets and budget reviews.
Something else is going on. We're not privy to the full picture. There was a guy back there in the conference room. Bald head, 50 on. See him? His name's Shaw. Saw him lecture at the Met Academy 10 or so years back. Brain like a planet. He's now coordinator of counter-terrorism ops for the UK.
What's he doing up here?
Exactly.
Wow. This is old. Proper Hogwarts.
Impressive, isn't it?
Can I help you?
We're here to see Maria Chaff. She's a teacher here. Believe she lives on site.
I can't imagine why anyone would want to hurt him. He wouldn't have tried to tackle anyone robbing the place. He would have said, let them have it. They obviously need it more than us.
Maria, was your father in debt?
Or having money troubles. Pressure from people he might have borrowed from.
I helped him out with the admin a little after Mum died. It was no secret that the place was run down and struggling to break even, but even so, Dad owned it outright.
Was there anything he was worried about? Did you ever suspect he was keeping anything from you?
No, he was happy. As happy as I've seen him since we lost Mum. He was talking about fixing up the railway again, getting it ready for the summer, and he said that every year. I thought the officer said that this was a robbery that had gone wrong. You seem to be suggesting Dad was deliberately targeted.
We need to keep an open mind to all possibilities. We're just ruling things out at this stage.
It's a tough time you're going through, Maria. A family liaison worker will be in touch shortly. They'll help guide you through the process, and we can put you in touch with bereavement counselling.
Thank you, but I actually volunteer at a bereavement group at St James's. And I'm sure they'll continue to be a great support.
We'll stay in touch. You have my details. If you think of anything and you're not sure whether or not it's relevant, just pick up the phone to us whenever.
Thank you.
Maria, you wouldn't happen to know anyone who drives a green convertible, would you? With a private plate?
Well, that sounds like Anton.
Anton? Does he have a last name?
Barrington, why?
Did you know your father well?
Anton? No, he's never met Dad.
How do you know him?
He joined our support group. Lost his wife not long ago and recently started attending group meetings.
Could you imagine living where you worked? It'd drive me crazy.
I don't know. At least she's not coming home to an empty house and just her thoughts every night. Mike.
Got the data from the speed camera near junction 12. You would not believe how many tickets they issued just this morning. They must be taking care of the entire council's extra fund off that one camera. I'm telling you,
Mike.
it's a rip-off.
Mike, any green convertibles with private plates?
Green, one.
Is the owner's name Anton Barrington?
No, Ted Lennon. Gordon. Want me to pay him a visit?
Yeah. We'll look into all of them, but prioritise the green ones. While you're there, run a search on an Anton Barrington for us, will you?
Barrington. Anton J. Previous for fraud.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and arrested on suspicion of hiring two thugs who attacked an associate holding money. Got for that one, lack of evidence. Runs a company called AB Solutions out of offices in Castlefield.
AB Solutions saw strategic commercial property developments. I'm still none the wiser.
They find vulnerable businesses whose premises would be worth a lot of money to the right people and go about relieving the owners of said property for a fraction of what it's worth. Places like...
Babylon Garden Centre. It's from Tanner. Piece on the Evening News site from last year. Mentions AB Solutions in connection to the compulsory purchase order on a youth centre in Ancoats.
Take a seat. I'll have to see if Mr. Barrington can make himself available.
How do you think she types with nails that long?
I don't think she got the job for her admin skills. Boss, seen the pictures over here? Top centre.
Sir Stephen. This must be Anton Barrington with him.
How do you suppose he knows our dear leader?
Rather well by the arms around the shoulders.
Who's the other man?
Stuart Goffey, Deputy Leader, City Council. Planning and Development.
Look cosy.
Mr. Barrington can manage a few minutes if you'd like to follow me.
Lucky us.
Detectives, I must apologise. Monday mornings are increasingly manic for me, so I won't be able to offer coffee.
That's fine with us.
But please, come in, take a seat.
Thank you for seeing us, Mr. Barrington.
Oh, Mr. Barrington, don't forget you've got that conference call to make in 5 minutes and you've to return a call to Mrs. Barrington.
Oh, thank you, Bernice. Not at all. However I can help. I'm a big supporter of the police. You might have spotted the picture in reception of myself with your Chief of Police at the Benevolent Fund Gala last summer.
Yes, couldn't miss it. And the other gentleman with you both is Stuart Goffey, right? Deputy Leader of the City Council.
Great bloke. Dreadful golfer.
Illustrious company you keep. What is it that you actually do, Mr. Barrington?
We find and acquire sites that might be of interest to clients in the retail and commercial sector.
You wouldn't be responsible for the coffee chain that's just supplanted our beloved bookshop on the High Street, would you?
Well, I don't recall acquiring any bookshops recently, but, yes, that sort of thing. That's not why you're here, is it?
We're following a line of inquiry relating to an incident that took place this morning. We wanted to ask you about your car.
My car? What about it?
It's a green convertible with a private plate, is that right?
It's a Porsche Carrera 911 Cabriolet in Peridot.
Peridot?
Peridot. It's a colour.
And is it a green colour?
It is.
Great. So it's a green convertible. Did you drive it here this morning?
Yes, it's in the underground parking.
And did you happen to drive anywhere else apart from home and here this morning?
Just from home to here.
Nowhere else?
Nope.
That your wife in the photo, Mr. Barrington?
It is, yes.
She's very pretty.
Thank you.
Fitting well, is she?
What's all this concerning, exactly?
You live on the Quays, right?
That's right.
You weren't anywhere near the Babylon Garden Centre this morning, were you?
No. I'm sorry, what?
Babylon. The garden centre on the A6.
No, sorry, I don't know it.
Really? The casino down the A6 saw the model in reception. That was one of your sites, wasn't it?
That's correct.
Well, Babylon Garden Centre's, what, half a mile on from there? It's an unmissable, huge place. Been there 50-odd years.
Everybody who's ever been down the A6 knows it.
You're telling us you've never noticed it?
No, I can't say that I have. Was there some sort of accident, car crash or something?
Something. The owner of the garden centre, Brian Chaff, was killed this morning. We've been led to believe that you'd approached Mr. Chaff about selling the premises. We were informed you'd had quite a terse discussion with Mr. Chaff.
No, I'm afraid you've been misinformed.
OK. So you don't know Mr. Chaff. What about his daughter, Maria, sole heir to the Chaff dynasty? Do you know Maria?
No.
So if I was to ask you where you were around 9:15 this morning, you'd say...
I was here.
What time did you leave home?
8:15.
And you arrived here...
8:45.
And your wife, she'd be able to confirm that, would she?
Well, you could just ask Bernice.
Yes? No, Mr. Barrington, that's not necessary. Just...
Bernice, would you come in here just to confirm to the detectives that I arrived here at 8:45 this morning, please?
Mr. Barrington, that's not how we verify an alibi.
Mr. Barrington was here in the office from 8:45 this morning.
Bernice, I appreciate that you want to do right by your boss, but the penalty for giving false testimony to a police officer is Actually, I've no idea. Detective Kelly, what's the penalty?
I'd be guessing, Gov, about 5 years.
5 years? Surely not. For a first offence? Would it be your first offence, Bernice? Probably more like 3.
Look, this is intimidation. Bernice, they're just trying to intimidate you.
18 months with good behaviour.
Now, are you certain you want to stick with your original answer?
No. It's all right, Bernice. We'll take that as a no. We're going to continue our conversation with Mr. Barrington down at the station.
Anton Barrington, I am arresting you on suspicion of involvement in the unlawful death of Brian Chaff. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned something which you
This
later
is
rely on in
ridiculous.
court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence. Do you understand?
You can't arrest me. I have appointments.
Cancel Mr. Barrington's appointments, Bernice.
Yeah.
Mr. Lennon, Ted Lennon.
The rumpled suit and matching demeanour says divorced vacuum cleaner salesman. Am I close? No, wait. No vacuum. Double glazing. No! Cavity wall insulation. Oh, I give up. What are you? Apart from desperate if you're hoping to flog us out.
I'm pleased, sir. You the owner of a green soft-top Cadillac, registration ELV1S?
That's right. Why? What's happened to it?
You were caught by a speed trap on the A6 this morning.
Wait, hang on, let's shut this.
I'm a detective investigating an incident in the vicinity.
How much? The fine, how much?
I've no idea, I'm afraid I don't deal with that.
And what? Points 2, is it? I'll bet. It's a bleeding cartel, this, innit, eh? Got it sewn up, haven't you? Road tax, fuel duty. Too fast you get a speeding fine. Too slow it's a parking fine.
Yeah, listen, mate. I sympathise. I really do. They're meant to be a deterrent and make the roads safer, but they do the opposite.
Of course they do. It's sort of all to do with safety. Everything to do with making dough.
It's scandalous, it really is. But it's the way of the world now, I'm afraid. Yeah? What was I... Oh, yeah. Could I come in and talk to you a minute?
Yeah, of course you can. If you've got a warrant. What do you think I am? Daft? No chance, pal. Anyway, the wife's in there and she's to know now about this.
She's not to know now about what exactly? Who's he? Who are you?
I'm D.I. Tanner. I was just speaking to your husband regarding an incident on the A6 this morning.
You're on the A6? We're nowhere near the A6 this morning.
A lime green Cadillac, registered to this address, was pictured by a speed camera this morning.
What do you mean, A6 this morning? Hey, you told me you were off up your mum's. Drains packed up again, you said A6. You've been off up that casino again, haven't you?
No, calm down.
Oh, sod! Hey, how much did they fleece you for this time?
It wasn't like that, honest.
What was it like, eh? Cotton about up there thinks he's in Vegas, he does. Bought her all that American crap, included their customer service, endless cups of coffee whilst he blows the meter money on the bandits. I've had it up to here.
Well, at least they made me feel welcome.
Good.
Ow! Get up! Quick! Get off! Will you?
Madam, I'm a police officer, and if you assault this man, I am duty-bound to arrest you. Now, please, let go of his hair and put your fist down.
Now, Mr. Lennon, did you see anything suspicious?
Yes, he didn't! He was too busy primping his quiff in the mirror! I knew it! I knew it the moment the Brill cream came out!
Madam, please, go inside, now!
I've had it! I'm done! I am done!
You've killed me.
Did you notice any cars leaving Babylon Garden Centre this morning?
I noticed any. I nearly got taken out by one. A bleeding Toyota hatchback going like batshit out of there. Almost sent us into the central reservation. Swinging all over the place he was.
Did you get the registration?
What do I look like? Rain Man? Did you get the registration, he says.
Colour? Distinguishing marks?
Red. Old model Toyota Carina. P-Reg, if I was to guess.
Here, take your son and Brill cream with you!
Ah! Oh, no.
The time is now 16:27. This interview is being conducted by myself, DCI Stone, and DS Sue Kelly, with Anton Barrington in the presence of Mr. Barrington's legal counsel, Andrew Rogers. Mr. Barrington, Mr. Rogers has supplied us with the name of a lady he claims can vouch for your whereabouts this morning.
Mr. Barrington and Mrs. Goffey have been engaged in an extramarital affair for some time. Anya Goffey is the wife of a business associate and friend of Mr. Barrington's, hence his reluctance to reveal his alibi sooner.
D.S. Kelly has tried to reach Mrs. Goffey, but at present she's not answering her mobile.
She was at Tromby's restaurant. She was meeting a friend there for lunch. Tromby's.
Well, we've left a message for her to call us. If we don't reach her on it, we'll send someone to the house.
Oh, don't do that.
I don't think it unreasonable for my client to expect a soul of discretion in this matter. He has been cooperative and cordial, despite being led from his business premises in handcuffs, which I consider alarmingly over the top, and an assault on his integrity.
That's how we arrest people we suspect of murder, Mr. Rogers.
Look, regardless of whether Mrs. Goffey can supply an alibi or not, it doesn't change the fact that Mr. Barrington lied to us in the course of a murder investigation, claiming he knew neither the deceased or his daughter, who, it turns out, Mr. Barrington does know because he befriended her on the pretense that he was a recently bereaved widower. All this while sleeping with his friend's wife. So if you're concerned about protecting your client's integrity, then I regret to inform you that that train well and truly left the station long before we put the cuffs on.
Mr. Barrington has prepared a statement, which he would like to read to you now. Anton?
I was lonely. Things hadn't been going well with my wife. I'd gone for a walk, found myself outside a church one evening, and people were arriving. There was some sort of group. I didn't know what it was. I don't know why, but I went in. I just wanted to be around a group of people.
OK, stop. Just stop. This is painful. Andrew, you're not seriously considering letting him use this in court, are you?
It's making me cringe.
You know this thing's taping, right? You're going to have them rolling in the aisles in the courtroom.
DCI Tanner, I was in earlier viewing the captures from a speed camera on the A6.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I was wondering if you might have footage from one of the traffic cameras over the carriageway that I could take a look at.
Sure, grab a seat. What's that on your shoes?
Brill cream.
Oh.
I'm a businessman with powerful connections in this town. You can't haul me in here and speak to me like this.
Anton, please.
You're a property middleman with previous form for ruthlessly pursuing opportunities. Who's about to find a lot of people in his phone book aren't going to pick up when he calls.
In your BlackBerry, there's an email with the subject line, Babylon Garden Centre. It's from a gentleman named David Gordon, who is Vice President of UK Operations for a global leading supermarket chain.
What were you doing in my phone?
You can't do that.
I'm afraid you're wrong. We're yet to hear a judge condemn it. They want to maintain the powers for counter-terrorism.
This isn't terrorism.
Depends on your interpretation of the term. In the email, they indicate that they are interested in your A6 site, on the proviso that various obstacles and relics can be removed. Brian Chaff. He the relic? Is this supposed to be code? Isn't exactly subtle, is it? You reply saying that any molehills would be flattened and planning officials, that would be your friend Mr. Goffey, right, are wholly supportive of the march of progress. Progress? Is that what this is? I remember when progress meant the expansion of human endeavours, breakthroughs with vaccinations, discovery of penicillin, man on the moon. Now, what does all this mean? D.S. Kelly?
It means that Mr. Barrington has just implicated one of the world's largest retail corporations and the deputy leader of the city council in a conspiracy to eliminate the landowner, Brian Chaff.
That's what I thought. You saw Babylon Garden Centre in much the same way a wolf might a limping bunny rabbit. When the owner wasn't receptive to your advances, you instigated Plan B. Seek out his weakness. Maria Chaff. Now, how did you find Maria? What do you use for something like that? Private detective? Or did Mr. Chaff mention her? I imagine he was very proud of her.
What was the plan there? Win her trust, and then when something unfortunate happened to her father, you'd be conveniently placed as a shoulder to cry on and help her offload the estate.
Did you kill Brian Chaff?
Don't answer that, Anton. I'm advising my client to maintain his silence pending the verification of his alibi.
No comment.
Did you instruct other parties to visit Mr. Chaff this morning?
No comment.
Did you hire or otherwise seek the services of parties who were latterly responsible for the death of Mr. Brian Chaff?
No comment.
Or was that not part of the plan?
No comment.
Did whoever you hire take matters into their own hands and end up killing Mr. Chaff?
No comment.
Are you sure you don't want to go for that last one? Might regret not taking it down the line.
No comment.
Yes.
Apologies for the interruption.
For the benefit of the tape, Sergeant Brookland has entered the interview room.
I don't view, sir.
OK, Anton. It's 16:53 and I am terminating the interview. That's all for now. You're free to go. Back to your cell. And relax. We'll let you know when we've made contact with Mrs. Goffey.
It's the
prime suspect in the Chaff case.
He's a prominent businessman with powerful allies who can rain down a shitstorm on all of us.
Oh, right, so now we don't arrest people with influence. That the line, is it?
There is no evidence against him. You can't build a case against him on the basis of him being a scumbag. I told you to drop it, so drop it.
Chief McCaffrey, they're going back into the meeting now, sir.
I don't have time for this now. Release him.
Barrington's in cell 5. I've told the front desk to expect one more for breakfast.
Release him.
What?
Orders. Barrington's brief must have got hold of Sir Stephen at the 18th hole.
I've got to call Anya Goffey back. Want to call it a night after this? You might be able to get back in time to read Alice a bedtime story.
No. I want to catch the person who killed Brian Chaff. Pull out the statements from this morning, will you? Where's Tanner?
Okay, southbound at 9:08. So this here is your stream of traffic.
Looking for a green Cadillac with the registration Elvis, ELV1S.
Yeah, there is. That was easy.
Not exactly hard to spot. Okay, so somewhere ahead of them should be a red Toyota Carina hatchback.
Listen, I can assure you that the details of this conversation will be kept under the strictest confidence. Thank you very much for returning the call. Thank you. Good night. Ugh. Anya Goffey confirming Barrington was with her this morning. Panicked her husband will find out. So what do we think? He sent someone else to do it, to scare Mr. Chaff, and it went too far? I can't see CPS going for premeditated. The phone cord makes it spur of the moment.
I was emotionally preoccupied going back to that place this morning. Conjured up all these memories of my mum. I wasn't thinking straight.
I won't be too hard on yourself about it, boss.
The delivery driver.
Peter Bellamy worked for Johnson's Agricultural. He was clean, I ran him.
He said something that didn't make sense. And rule number 1 in our line of work is look for that which is out of the ordinary. You got a number for the company?
Yeah?
Try it.
It might be too late for him now.
He said it seemed like business had picked up a bit for Mr. Chaff. I only ever used to drop here once in a blue moon, but recently he'd been reordering regularly. Business hadn't picked up, it was worse than ever. So why did he think that? Because Brian Chaff was placing orders. For what?
Johnson's.
Mr. Johnson, this is DS Kelly. We spoke earlier regarding your delivery to Babylon Garden Centre this morning. Yes. Would it be possible to go over the most recent orders placed by Mr. Chaff with you? Perfect. Thank you. 1 pallet AgriPro. It's all for the same thing. Something called Johnson's AgriPro.
It'll be their brand name for it.
For what?
Fertiliser.
What time do they keep you in here till?
Red Toyota Carina. Here.
That's it. I can't make out the registration. That big B&Q lorry's blocking the view.
No, I'm not going to be able to make the reg from this. Cars are too close together.
What's that on the side? It's some sort of logo. Wait, I know that. It's Pizza Chef.
So what, we're looking for a farmer?
A farmer wouldn't buy from Brian Chaff. He'd get a better deal from wholesalers. Babylon had no bulk buying power. They'd be paying top whack and their prices would be higher than the mega store down the road.
So why would anyone buy from them?
Anonymity. It's out of the way, forgotten. When someone tries to buy a large quantity of fertiliser at a modern computer-hooked-up store, the red flags go up. Why?
Because it's a controlled substance.
Why?
Because people can manufacture explosives from it.
Anyone trying to procure ammonium nitrate over a certain quantity and retailers are legally obliged to report them. But a ramshackle operation like Babylon Garden Centre, it's probably never occurred to him. Mike.
Nicholas Draven. Delta, Romeo, Alpha, Victor, Echo, November.
There are 3 possible pizza chefs within 10 miles of Babylon Garden Centre. 2 of them have drivers with red Toyota Carinas. 1 of them was called in sick tonight.
That's him.
Previous for assault and deception. Yeah, go. 174A, Belmont Road, 11CU. Thank you.
This is 164. 166.
No lights on.
Blackout curtains.
Cover the front. I'll take a look down the back alley. Use the radio.
Is someone there? This is the police. If there is someone there, reveal yourself. Suspect just fled. I'm pursuing easterly down the alleyway. Bring the car. He's cutting across Hawthorne Avenue, into the Ginnel. Cut him off at the other end. Nicholas Draven, I'm arresting you for the murder of Brian Chaff and on suspicion of possessing materials with the intent to manufacture explosives. You do not have to say anything. Search him. He's got a blade. Get up!
You're bleeding.
Boss! He cut me. It's just a flesh wound.
There's a lot of blood there.
Tanner, get him into the car.
We need to contain the scene. Just call paramedics.
No, we're not waiting. Tanner will get us to A&E faster than they can get here. You, Draven, in there. Get onto the floor. You all right down there, Nicholas? Not too squashed? Here, John. Keep this pressed on. There's a lot of blood here.
Tanner, take the next right.
Straight ahead will get us to the...
Just do it.
This is the wrong way. This just brings us back round again.
I want to check something.
Who are your friends, Nicholas? Black BMW that's following us.
Take her right here. See if they're following.
They're following. Who are your friends, Nicholas? Who are your friends?
Mike, after this phone box, fishtail it. Block the road and we'll get out and rush them.
Take that tyre iron. Keep it handy for emergencies.
Police, get out of the vehicle and onto the floor! Police, get out of the vehicle and onto the floor! Gun boss! They've got guns! Easy!
Get down on the ground! Down on the ground now!
What police?
Oh, police, down on the ground! Keep your hands where I can see them!
Do it, Mike! Do what they say!
Alright, look, I'm doing it!
Put your arms out to the side! Jimmy, this one's out cold. He's bleeding profusely.
Boss! Let me up! He's been DCI, he's been stabbed! Will police get him up? He needs medical attention!
They're still in there?
Yep.
Yeah.
What is that?
Coffee.
Ugh. Smells like chicken soup.
Yeah, everything does from those machines.
Chief, how is he?
He's lost a lot of blood and he's a big cut to the abdomen, but the blade missed any organs. He's alive. For the time being.
Boss, how are you feeling?
Hungover.
Give you any good pain meds?
What did McCaffrey have to say?
He'd known about Draven since this morning.
What?
Anti-Terror have been watching Draven for 18 months. He'd been posting various threats against multinational corporations. They'd recently monitored him coming and going to Babylon Garden Centre.
They could have told us.
They told McCaffrey. He wasn't permitted to share it. That's why he told us to de-escalate the case earlier. Proper bomb factory at his address, apparently. Enough to take the entire street out. They also recovered the hard drive recorder.
The security footage from inside the garden centre.
It's all on there. Brian Chaff became suspicious when they were talking about what Draven claimed to be using the fertiliser for. We'll have to wait for the transcripts, but it was something about harvesting, which means nothing to me. But to Brian Chaff, it sent alarm bells ringing that this guy wasn't growing what he claimed to be. And when the conversation got prickly, he picked up the phone and threatened to call us.
And Draven killed him.
And Draven strangled him.
You all right, boss?
Yeah, I'm just hungry.
You want to get something?
I'd suggest pizza, chef, but I gather the delivery team's short-staffed tonight.
I'd rather starve. Come on, we can make last orders if we hustle.
No, that's your brother. That's you, that chubby little thing. Oh, you were a right windy baby and all.
Mum.
Oh, your christening. I'll never forget the look on the poor vicar's face. Oh, in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy... Oh, you cut him off with the loudest fart. I thought it were your dad.
Mum.
Oh, you'll be as good as gold at your christening, won't you, Seamus?
Oh, Seamus?
That's a good name. Strong. There's always been a Seamus in the family.
Well, it might be a girl.
Oh, you're carrying high. No morning sickness, craving cheese.
Oh, that's me cab.
Oh, it's early. It's not meant to be here till past.
Well, it's here now.
Have you got your notes?
Yes.
I love you.
I love you too.
Anya, tell him to drive carefully.
I've got 3 dates this week.
Paying them, are you?
I'm not even going to justify that with an answer.
Good.
Clicks. It's an app. Look. All these women within a 10-mile radius.
So you're a stalker now?
It works by GPS. You're just jealous. When was the last time you got jiggy?
G.I. Turner, you sexually harassing D.S. Kelly.
Joking, aren't you?
Ow. Right, behave, the pair of you. We've got a missing person, Anya Roscoe, 8 months pregnant. Attended an antenatal appointment at the infirmary on Monday morning. She was captured on hospital CCTV at 11:04, leaving through the Calton Road entrance. Hasn't been seen since.
Who called it in?
Her mother, one Maggie Flaherty.
And what do we know about the baby's father? They're together?
Edward Roscoe, husband in the Far East on business, apparently.
When she's 8 months pregnant?
He was in the pub when Alice was born, weren't you, boss?
The delivery room is no place for a man.
My mate Rob said it's like watching your favourite pub burn down.
All right, lads, when you've finished.
Right. Tanner, track down the husband and get me a trace on Anya's phone records and bank and credit card activity.
Boss.
Sue, come with me.
And then she got in the cab.
Which cab company did she use?
Oh, I don't know, I'm sorry.
Did she call the cab from the landline, mobile?
Oh, her mobile.
Did you see Anya getting into the cab?
No. I wanted to get on with the cleaning, have it all nice for her coming home.
Take your time, Maggie. Can I get you a glass of water?
No, thank you.
Where does Anya work?
She doesn't. She used to work in finance, but she didn't enjoy it. She's training to be a holistic counsellor. Cognitive therapy, Reiki, all that sort of stuff.
Have you spoken to her husband?
Well, I've tried. I called Edward yesterday, but it kept going to answer phone. I tried again this morning. He's in China. He should never have gone.
How is their relationship?
Oh, he's a workaholic. Apart from that, she's got high blood pressure, borderline for preeclampsia. I should have gone with her to the hospital. I should have insisted. I didn't want to be overbearing. Oh, she likes her independence, always has since she was a little girl. And last night, when I still hadn't heard from her, I came back round here. I thought she'd be on that sofa with her feet up, watching Call the Midwife with a hot chocolate and a packet of hobnobs. Something's happened to her, hasn't it?
Terse emails with the husband. She wasn't happy about him going away with the baby nearly due. No signs of an affair, no travel plans. Her search history's mostly baby stuff. Hypnobirthing. She doesn't seem unstable, just excited about becoming a mum.
Any social media?
She's on Facebook. Posted a picture of her bump last week. 52 people liked the photo. No Twitter, no abusive comments, trolls or the like.
Tanner?
No activity on credit or debit cards since Saturday. No large or suspicious transactions. Still waiting for her mobile records.
What have we got on the husband?
That's Edward Roscoe. Owns Roscoe's Health and Leisure. Chain of 10 clubs, high-end. Currently expanding into the Far East. Various other business interests and investments. He's doing all right for himself, our Mr. Roscoe.
Any contact?
I've left several messages on his mobile and with his secretary. She's a right mardy cow.
Right, I want him brought in.
I'll just nip over to Shanghai and nick him then, shall I, boss? Can I go first class? I get proper cramp on those long-haul flights.
When have you been on a long-haul flight?
Alicante.
Filey?
You two, you kill me, man.
Right. We need to know where Annie was headed after her appointment. Was she meeting anyone? Where would she go? And I want as much CCTV as we can get from the hospital and surrounding areas.
Here we go. Phone records. Anya Margaret Roscoe. Right. Calls to a mobile number ending 58942.
Oh, hold on. OK, that's Maggie, the mother.
Another ending 637498.
Edward Roscoe.
Calls to a number ending 5555. Cab company. She called them on the morning she disappeared.
Google it.
Bingo. South Green Cars.
Smooth, Mike.
You want a couple of?
DCI Stone. This is D.I. Tanner. May we have a word?
You can have as many words as you like, darling.
We believe you sent a cab to pick up an Anya Roscoe from 47 Fernley Drive at 8:30 on Monday morning.
We need to know who the driver was.
I went on shift Monday. I was getting my hair done.
That looks lovely. Can you check the records for us?
Hold on, sweetheart. Right, Monday. Roscoe, here we go. 47 Fernley Drive. Dropping off at the infirmary.
No return?
Says here just to drop off, love. Sam Tucker.
Sam?
Beasley, one of our best drivers, proper grafter.
The car. We'll need the make and model, registration number, and Sam's home address.
What's he done?
She was right hot for you.
About as good as I can do these days.
You want to be on clicks? I'll set you up a profile.
You will not.
Gotta get back in the saddle sometime.
Boss?
Yeah, Sue. Can you get us a search on one Sam Beasley? Cabbie at South Green Cars, resident of the Bridgeton. I've missed this place. What's the address?
Lucy. She is tidy.
Tanner.
Sorry, boss. 27 Shakespeare House. Look, though. Fit, isn't she?
Providing that's actually her.
Don't piss on me, chips.
Sue.
Samuel Brian James Beasley, born 8th of April 1967, Salford. Caught in possession of ecstasy back in the 90s.
Who wasn't? That's it.
That's it.
All right, chill your boots. I ought to sleep. This better be good.
Are you Samuel Beasley?
I am.
I'm DCI Stone. This is D.I. Tanner. We'd like to ask you about a hire you took on Monday morning.
Go on.
You picked up from 47 Fernley Drive, Anya Roscoe. Took her to the infirmary. Remember?
Don't know. Take people everywhere, don't I?
She was pregnant. Attractive. Here's a picture. Jog your memory.
I've definitely picked her up before. Yeah. I did take her on Monday. Why?
She's missing.
Got nothing to do with me.
We're not saying it does.
Heavily pregnant woman. You didn't offer to wait, take her home as well.
If the job's not on the computer, I don't do it.
Never given a customer your mobile number, done a cheeky little job on the side?
No.
It's all right, we're not going to dob you in. You were one of the last people to see Anya. We just need your help finding her.
I'd love to help, mate, but I can't. I dropped her off at the hospital, that's it.
Anything unusual about her behaviour? Any signs of distress?
No, just quiet, like, you know, kept herself to herself, you know what I mean?
OK. Thanks for your time, Mr. Beasley.
Hope you find her.
Turn that off, or I'll have it confiscated.
DCI Stone, they're ready for you.
Right. Oh, excuse me. Stone?
Mr. Stone, it's Maggie Flaherty. Edward called. He's on his way.
Where?
Here? Home? At the airport?
Great. Thank you, Maggie.
I've been looking out for her. I've been calling all her friends. I don't know what else to do.
Mr. Stone.
Maggie, love, you're doing all the right things. Stay strong. We're going to find her, all right?
Anya Roscoe is 35 years old.
Put it on full screen. I can hardly see him.
All right.
She was last seen leaving the infirmary on Monday morning just after 11 o'clock.
What do I bother? We'll just get a load of nutters calling in now.
Oh, let him have his moment.
Suppose. In need of some good PR, aren't you, boss?
Excuse me?
Back to the good old days.
Remember that woman asked for his autograph?
She thought I was Alan Titchmarsh.
You look nothing like Alan Titchmarsh.
My mum loves Alan Titchmarsh.
All right, enough about Alan Titchmarsh. You're wrong, both of you. We've got a lead. Needham's Pharmacy, Brook Road. I'm DCI Stone.
Yes, I recognise you.
And this is DS
I
Kelly.
couldn't believe it when I saw the picture. I said to my wife, don't we know her? I could swear she's been in a shop. We checked the CCTV, and there she was.
And when was this?
Prescription was logged at 11:21.
What did Anya come in for?
We dispense labetalol.
What's that for?
Beta blocker, high blood pressure.
Could we have a printout of the prescription?
Certainly.
And we'll need the CCTV footage.
Of course. Ah, yes. The prescription was fast-tracked. I seem to remember she had a taxi waiting.
A taxi?
There. That's it. She leaves the chemist, turns off Brook Road, down Brook Lane, and gets into this car.
Zoom in.
Green Ford Mondeo. Registration Sierra Kilo 06.
Sam Beasley.
Police! Police! Police!
What the hell? We'll have a warrant to search your property in connection with the disappearance of Anya Roscoe. Oh, please, cover your modesty.
I told you I dropped her at the hospital.
No more lies, Sam. Where is she?
No comment.
Samuel Beasley, I'm arresting you in connection with the disappearance of Anya Roscoe. You do not have to say anything. However, it may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned something which you later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence.
Could you pass me a road, please?
Anything?
Nothing. Flat's clear.
OK, thank you.
Gotta loosen these off. They're chafing like mad.
Give you chafing.
It's freezing.
Where's the car, Sam? Right. Let's get this boot open.
20 quid says she's in here.
You're sick, Mike. And you owe me 20 quid.
Have my fingers crossed. Tall, Phyllis Nelson. Talking Heads, that's more like it.
What's that?
4th album, Remain in Light.
No, Mike, that. Under the seat.
Where?
Back a bit. Go on.
Betalol. A.M. Roscoe.
Keep it down. Here.
Why are you doing this?
I said, keep it down.
It's a contraction. Oh, I'm in labour.
Why did you lie, Sam?
Where did you take her?
Sam!
It weren't me.
We have CCTV footage of Anya Roscoe getting into your car on Brook Lane at 11:26 on Monday morning.
It weren't me. I didn't take her to the hospital and I weren't on Brook Lane.
Oh, you didn't even take her to the hospital now?
I didn't. I didn't do that shift. I lent the cab to someone.
Come on, Sam.
It's true.
Really?
A mate, he'd lost his job. I let him do some of my shifts. It weren't me. I was at the club.
Club?
Bridgeton Social for the old folk on the estate. I help out now and then.
Oh, do you now?
Gotta do your bit, haven't you?
Who was driving your cab, Sam? Whilst you were serving tea and biscuits to little old ladies?
Who'd you lend the cab to?
Just a mate.
Allowed to do that, are you?
You're gonna dog me in?
I'd say that's the least of your worries right now. We have a missing woman. She's 8 months pregnant. We suspect she's been abducted and she was last seen in your car.
You wouldn't go abducting women.
Who? Who wouldn't?
Sam!
Reese.
Reese?
Reese Bell.
Please. Just tell me what you want.
You got it all, haven't you? Nice house. Plenty of money.
Money? You can have money. My husband will pay you.
Really now?
Please, I need to go to the hospital.
I'm going to be a dad. You're going to be a boy. My son. I would have done everything for him. Everything. Boy or girl? Boy or girl?
I don't know.
Didn't you find out so you could make the perfect nursery?
We wanted a surprise.
My Becky found out. She was too impatient, impulsive, wanted everything now.
Where is Becky? Is she at home? Waiting for you?
Yeah.
She must be missing you.
Yeah. No. She's not at home.
She didn't care. So they got married, and they had me, and then my sister.
She's dead.
We were happy. I know there's more to it than that.
Sue, show me the CCTV from Brook Lane.
Hold on. Right. Okay, got it.
The bit where she gets in the car.
Okay.
To understand that.
The driver.
You could stop drinking.
Close as you can.
Yeah, I could take your lift. Then Mommy would let you come home.
Tanner, get over here.
I got into business school. Here's my proposal.
Is that Sam Beasley?
No, boss.
Sue?
No, boss.
No, it's not, is it? Page 1. Page bloody 1!
Did she die?
If you're not going to do the dishes, then I'm doing it.
Hear that?
Okay.
Hole in the roof. It's not just a hole. Whole thing's going rotten.
Barely enough money to live off.
It's what happens when you neglect things. They get broken so bad, you can't fix them.
Sometimes it helps to talk to someone.
Your condition.
You must miss her terribly.
Miss her? Miss her? You've got no idea. No idea. You, in your perfect little world. You want to know how she died? She was killed. And you know who did it.
Me? I don't know.
You do. You do.
You?
Boss, got a positive ID from the CCTV footage of a Reese Owen Bell of 214 Longside Court.
He's got minor form. Possession of cannabis, breach of the peace. Uniform were called out to his place last October for a domestic. Nothing further. But Reese's wife, Rebecca Bell, niece Staunton, died last year. She was 4 months pregnant.
How did she die?
Suicide, apparently. Reese lost his job at Bet-Make Bookies on Fallowfield Road not long after. He's been on the sick ever since.
Right. Where did Reese go after Brook Lane? Get details of the car out to local media.
No. You know it wasn't me. Because you know who did it.
I don't. Please. I don't know anything about Becky. I'm sorry she's dead, but please. I don't know who killed her.
Why should he have it all, eh? Why should he have it all when he took it away from me?
Who are you talking about?
Edward Roscoe!
Ed?
Police! Police! Anya?
Stay where you are.
Nothing.
Packet of ham, can of wife beater.
Tanner, have you any idea what un-PC that is?
PC schmeecy. God, it stinks in here. Boss, it's a marzipan. Valium. Paroxetine.
Antidepressant. My mother used to take him.
Can I go?
No.
I'm due on shift in half an hour.
Your car's in forensics, Sam. I think you might have to phone in sick.
I'll lose my job.
Your alibi checked out. You're rather popular with the old biddies.
Like I said, you got to do your bit.
Very admirable. But how do we know you're not somehow involved in Anya's disappearance?
For God's sake.
Joint enterprise. It's an interesting, if slightly controversial law.
I know what it is.
Then you'll do everything you can to help us, won't you?
Come on, you don't need us to tell you what they do in prison to men who harm women and children.
I haven't harmed anyone.
Where's Reese?
I don't know. Last thing I know, he put keys through my letterbox.
When?
Monday afternoon.
Why did you post them? Why didn't you give them to you personally?
It's what he does. He knows I get me shut-eye before the night shift. Look, I don't know where he is and I don't know what he's done.
Call him.
What?
Here's your phone. Call Reese. Act normal, make small talk. Keep him on the line for as long as possible.
Voicemail.
Go on.
Reese, mate, how you doing? You all right? You want to go for a pint this evening? My round. Give us a call back soon as, eh?
How long have you known him?
I don't know, about 15 years.
Where did you meet?
We worked together.
Where?
Lanklands.
Where?
Textile factory. Closed down now, innit?
When did you last see Reese?
Sunday night. We had a drink down the Queen of Hearts. Gave him the keys for Monday's shift.
What was his state of mind like?
Shit! He's lost everything. What do you expect?
Did he seem volatile? Angry? Depressed? Anything out of the ordinary?
All of them things are ordinary for Reese.
Did he talk about Anya Roscoe?
No.
Has he ever talked about her?
No.
Is Reese a violent man? Sam?
They're getting closer. I need to go to hospital. Please.
I need to speak to him.
Who?
Edward Roscoe. Where's your phone?
Ed didn't kill Becky. You've got the wrong man. Ed wouldn't kill anyone.
Where's your phone?
Give me back. Take it.
Ross,
What?
they picked up Edward Roscoe. Just got off a connecting flight from Schiphol.
About bloody time. I want him brought straight in. And get me a coffee. Latte. That hazelnut syrup.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Roscoe, I'm DCI Stone. I'm in charge of the case.
Mr. Stone, I think you should hear this.
I want justice for what you did. You killed my wife and my unborn child. I want justice.
Sam, I need you to listen to this.
I need a slash.
Hold it in.
I want justice for what you did. You killed my wife and my unborn child. I want justice.
Is that Reese Bell?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
It's Reese.
Do you know anything about an Edward Roscoe?
No, never heard of him.
The missing woman's husband. Reese seems to think he's responsible for Becky's death.
Becky topped herself. She nicked a load of pills.
Was she having an affair?
I don't know. I mean, she was flirty like, but I don't think she ever did nothing about it. She loved Reese. She loved the bones of him. They were childhood sweethearts.
Why did she kill herself?
She was full on, you know. 1 minute high as you like, next she'd be proper down. She were wild, drinking, partying. Then she'd stay in for weeks. Reese couldn't even get her down the pub for quiz night.
Anything else?
Reese would give her money, but she'd spend it like crazy. All the latest gear. Then there was stuff for the baby. She wanted everything to be perfect. She took them loans out. You know, payday loans. Reese found out, did his not in big argument. Neighbours had you lot round and everything. Look, I really need a slash, man.
Why do you think it's Ed? I don't understand. He didn't even know Becky.
How well do you really know your husband? He didn't pick up when you called. And called back.
You're insane. This has got nothing to do with Ed.
What do you say? Insane? Insane?
I've no idea. I've never heard this voice before in my life.
No?
No.
His name is Reese Bell. Ever heard that name?
Reese Bell? No.
Did you know Reese's wife, Rebecca? Becky Bell? Formerly Becky Staunton?
I've never heard of her.
Reese clearly thinks you have.
He's taken my wife. You should be concentrating on finding him, not wasting time in here, grilling me as if I'm some sort of suspect.
Mr. Roscoe, Edward, this is a crucial part of our investigation. Were you having an affair with Rebecca Bell?
That's ridiculous.
You lied to us. It harms our chances of finding your wife and child alive. Do you have any connection to Reese or Rebecca Bell?
No.
No, I didn't mean...
You want to know what's insane?
You killed my wife and my unborn child. I want justice.
Play it again.
I want justice for what you did.
There. Can you hear it?
You killed my wife and my unborn child.
Drip,
I want
drip.
justice.
A leak?
That narrows it down. Somewhere with a leak.
You killed my wife and my unborn child. I want justice.
Hang on. What's that?
What?
That buzzing sound. It's faint, but there's definitely something.
I want justice.
Anything.
Bad line?
It's past 10, boss. We call it a night.
No, not yet.
The letters. Constant letters, phone calls, texts. It wouldn't let up. Threatening her we caught. 2 grand. And it had grown to 16. 16 grand! I wanted to pay it for her. Took extra shifts, but it was a drop in the ocean. How was I going to come up with 16 grand? And it kept growing. She couldn't take it anymore. I don't deserve to be a man, she said. I kissed her, and I told her everything would be all right. I had to go to work, I was going to be late, I couldn't do with losing my job and all. And when I got home, she was asleep on the sofa. She was always falling asleep on the sofa. But this time, she weren't breathing.
I'm bleeding.
She weren't moving. I called an ambulance, did the heart thing, Kiss Alive, kept doing it, but it didn't work. She looked so peaceful, and I've never seen Becky look so peaceful.
I'm bleeding!
I remember the first time I picked you up. You felt sick. I opened the window for you. Did you remember me? I stopped at the shop so you could get some ginger ale. I thought about how beautiful you looked. How Becky used to look. Roscoe. I knew I'd heard that name before.
Okay. I faded the voice as low as it'll go.
I want justice for what you did. You killed my wife and my unborn child. I want justice.
That buzzing. It's more like roaring.
Sounds like a plane to me.
What, light aircraft? Hornston Airfield. What's that place near there? Old factory was going to be converted into luxury flats. The developers went bust.
Lanklands.
Lanklands. That's it. Ronnie, I could kiss you.
Steady on, John.
Edward, Roscoe. He's the one getting wedged off all our misery.
I'm not involved in Ed's business.
He has to pay for what he's done.
You may find yourself living in a shotgun shack, and you may find yourself in another part of the world.
Tanner, is that Talking Heads? Fourth album?
Find yourself
Remaining
in a
Light?
beautiful house with a beautiful wife. You may ask yourself, how did I get here? What you saying, boss?
That is both evidence and stolen goods.
Sorry, what?
I'm trying to think.
Jenny. Hello, Jenny.
Mike!
Next left, here. Yeah, this one. So she's still alive?
Who? Jenny?
Anya?
I don't know.
And right now, he is paying. He can't help his wife and child. He doesn't know where you are, and he doesn't know if he'll ever see you again. For all he knows, you could already be dead.
Then you've done it. You've made him suffer. You've won. Now, please, just let me go. I won't tell anyone about you, ever. I'll never go to the police, I swear, on my baby's life.
Do you think I'm stupid?
No! I think you need help.
Sue.
Got lowdown on Rebecca Bell. She was heavily in debt to Cash Today and the Money Pot. Payday loans companies, part of a chain that's gone from 2 branches to 18 in the past 2 years.
How is that allowed to happen?
Boss, the chain's owned by Edward Roscoe.
What, we've only just noticed that. Thanks, Sue. Tanner, I thought you'd been through this.
Sorry, boss. Roscoe's got his fingers in loads of pies.
Well, maybe if you weren't always dicking about on your stalker app, you'd have time to do your job properly.
Boss.
Do you want to keep your job?
You get people break into buildings like this. Urban explorers. They get off on the derelict and disown.
Tanner, shut up.
Boss, I'm sorry. We all overlook things from time to time, don't we?
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing. Just... I've got your back, man. When have I ever not?
Down there?
Nothing.
Keep going. Shh. What was that?
What?
That. It's coming from up there.
Oh, boss. There's rats.
What? Oh, that was a big one. One of them giant mutant rats, I reckon.
Shut up.
Giant mutant killer rats.
I mean it. I've got arachnophobia.
Musophobia.
What?
It's called musophobia, the fear of mice and rats.
Listen. Far corner. It's them.
Shit. He's got a gun. I'm calling it in. No.
Boss.
No armed response. I mean it. No armed response. Okay, go and call an ambulance.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know. Just go. Tell them to approach quietly. No sirens.
Come on.
You have one new measure.
Piece of shit.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God, it's coming. Oh, please, I need an ambulance.
No, shut up.
No, please, I can't breathe.
Please, just shut up.
Go on, Reese.
Ambulance is on its way.
He's left her. We need to move fast. Can you break this panel down quietly? Quietly? Anya, we're police detectives. We're here to help you.
We're going to get you out of here. I've got to cut the cuffs. It might hurt a bit.
My baby.
Anya, put your arms around my shoulders. I'm going to carry you.
I've both got a bit through that.
Oh. Anya, I need you to squeeze through this gap, okay? We have to move fast. You okay?
They're contraction. They're really close.
Try panting.
It's on there.
It's meant to help. I saw it on the tiller.
What's going on? I said, what's going on?
We've come to help.
How do you know I was here?
I'm a mate of Sam's. He's worried about you.
You've had a rough time, mate. We're going to help you. Okay?
First, we need to get Anya to hospital.
No, she's not going anywhere.
Reese.
I'll use this.
Reese, you're not a murderer.
How do you know what I am?
We're police detectives. Whoa, okay. Easy. Reese, my name is John. I believe in justice, and I know you do too.
Justice? Really? So what about the ones who do it quietly? Robbing, killing? You just let them get on with it, do you?
We don't make the laws.
Well, you uphold them! He don't deserve what he's got. He don't deserve any of it. I wish it were him stood in front of me now instead of you. So we could see. The phone on the floor, pick it up. Pick it up!
Okay.
Turn it on.
Okay.
Call Edward Roscoe.
I don't know how this phone
You're
works.
a detective, work it out.
Reese, we need to get Anya to hospital. Then we can call Edward.
Call him now!
This is Edward Roscoe. I'm Callum in Shanghai. Anything urgent, please call my PA.
Give me the phone!
Leave a message and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
Can you hear that? Eh? Now you know how it feels. Suffering are the ones you love. Your wife and baby suffering. There's only one way I can get justice.
Reese, do you know what they do to people who kill women
It's
and
all right.
children?
I've got enough bullets, we can all go. Nothing here for me. What about you? You got much to live for, John? Wife? Kids?
Reese, there's another way.
What?
Please.
What other way?
Boss! I'm fine. Come in.
My baby.
Ambulance is on its way.
I called an ambulance, but they couldn't do nothing. I'm afraid she's dead, that's what they said. I'm afraid she's dead.
Mike, get him out of here.
I didn't know. I didn't know she would do that. I'd never left her, never gone to work. I'd have never left my beautiful Becky.
Anya? Anya, can you hear me? The ambulance is on its way, okay?
Am I still bleeding?
You're gonna be all right. Hang in there. Hello, I'm DCI John Stone. I need medical assistance now. I've got a woman here in labour.
Have you called an ambulance?
Yes. She's bleeding.
Hold on.
I think it's coming.
She'll be okay.
Hello. I'm Marcia. I'm the midwife.
She's bleeding heavily.
Keep calm, love. When did the labour start?
Anya, when did you go into labour?
Last night.
Last night.
Okay. Please check the positioning of the baby.
Okay. Okay. I can see the head. I said I can see the head. Hello? Hello? no, please. Come on.
The baby's coming.
Okay, right. I think you have to push, don't you? And someone gets towels and hot water. Oh. Keep going. Keep pushing, Anya. It's coming. The baby's coming. It's here. I've got it. It's...
My baby.
Hold on, it's okay. Come on. Come on, little one. Come on.
It's dead, isn't it?
Come on. 1, 2, 3. Please. Oh, come on. Please. 1, 2, 3. Anya, it's a boy. A tiny baby boy. Anya, stay with me. Come on, Anya.
Right, boss. Here we go. I think we should change your photo, though. Look a bit moody in this one.
Tanner, I'll have you done for identity theft.
Sometimes we all need a little push, boss. You can search through the women here, and if you like the look of them, click yes. It's totally anonymous, unless they click you too. Then, bam, you're connected.
Cancel it.
What?
Cancel it. Now, I mean it.
I spent ages trying to make you sound interesting.
Boss, get your coat.
Excuse me, I thought I was in charge around here.
Come on, trust me. Tanner, you too. I think it's this way.
Can I help you?
We're here to see Anya Roscoe.
Are you family?
No,
I'm afraid it's family only in Niku.
I'm DS Kelly, this is DI Tanner, this is DCI Stone.
The DCI Stone? You should have said. Follow me. Proper hero you are.
Nothing you lot don't do on a daily basis.
Yeah, but could you imagine us lot trying to catch criminals? Here we could swap jobs. They'd make one of them reality programmes out of it.
You could call it Cop Swap. Sorry, I didn't catch your name.
I'm Chloe.
Check him out.
This room here. She's asleep. Would you like to see the baby?
Oh, we'd love to.
Come with me.
Mr. Stone.
Yeah.
Could I have a word?
Edward, how are you?
Me, I'm fine. Thank you.
It was a team effort.
You saved their lives.
All part of the job.
It's an honourable job.
Mr. Stone!
Maggie.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
Reckon you'll be a mum one day?
Dunno. You reckon you'll be a dad?
You two getting broody?
White baby girl with the blue bunnies. That's him.
Hello, little man.
Beautiful, isn't he?
They call him John.
Really?
No.
Seamus, apparently.
Seamus, eh?
So, Chloe, do you fancy going on a date with our DCI Stone?
Tanner, I'm quite capable of asking Chloe out myself, all right?
Well, go on then.
Chloe, would you like to go out for a drink on Friday night?
In Broken, Stone was played by Hugo Spear, Tanner by Craig Cheetham and Sue by Deborah McAndrew. Anya, Leanne Best, Rhys, Matthew McNulty, Maggie, Noreen Kershaw, and Edward Roscoe and Sam Beasley were both played by Craig Kelly. Broken was written by Vivian Harvey and directed in Salford by Nadia Molinari.